Yo, everybody.
What's up? It's going to be a great show.
I need somebody to confirm that you guys got audio, because I got some new lavalier mics here. They should be working pretty well.
Check 1 2.
So check 1 2, check
Microphone
1 2.
Check 1 2. What is this?
If anybody's got
Roughneck Business
audio,
let us know.
give us a thumbs up.
Cool.
Make sure that everything looks good here.
I think it's looking good. We should just proceed that it is good.
I think so. I mean,
unless anybody says
see
different.
what goes on over here. That
Yeah,
should be going right now. Coming.
Oh, I forgot to do the thing. How's it go like this? Okay.
Well, let's see. Hang on. Let me see right here. Go back here.
The thing. I just called it the thing.
Do the thing.
There it is. Oh, it's got a slight delay.
Thing. Trying to see here if we've got what we've got over here.
It's going to be a good show.
It's going to be mighty. Okay, Yaniv. Okay, there, we're good.
All right,
okay.
sounds good.
Mighty good show. Okay, so everybody, let's see. Where does it tell me? I want to see on this one if it doesn't tell me how many people, because I want to wait until people show up. There we go, concurrent viewers. Okay, 26. So I want to make sure everybody's here before I do the introduction to my younger brother here. My brother PJ.
That's right. Patrick James.
PJ.
It's Mike.
He's a little bro, but he's actually bigger than I am.
He's
so
Mikey.
I got to watch what I say.
Yeah, that's right. Gosh, darn it.
Great
Great older brother.
Oh, there it is. Okay,
Yeah.
so there it says 28.
28.
So
All right, we got it. We'll be building. Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as more people will come on. Okay, so we are starting the show here. I'll make an introduction to my brother PJ, who is a musician, a songwriter, a professional audio engineer. He had his own studio in Minneapolis in a historic building downtown.
Studio time.
And worked with some great talent. You had Cheap Trick over, didn't you?
Yep. Cheap Trick. Yeah.
Michael
it was Bunny Carlos and Rick Nielsen.
Oh, okay.
Those two guys. The other guy wasn't there.
Okay.
Fair enough. Good guys.
PJ does play electric guitar, Yaniv. Good evening, Casey. What's up, brother?
Oh, I do.
Yeah, PJ does play electric guitar.
I play both.
Oh, electric and acoustic.
Yeah, I play both. Yeah. I've been playing more acoustic lately.
Yeah.
Because I've been playing by myself.
Okay. Oh, so you can't do that with electric?
Well, you can, but you know, it's easier to. It's just like for playing. Like I perform, you know, at places, at bars, restaurants, whatnot, and it's just kind of a little bit better, you know, acoustically, more kind of, I guess, traditional. I guess.
Got you.
I don't know. So
I
sometimes bust out the electric when I'm solo. But
yeah. Okay.
But yeah.
Cool. So you guys can fire away if you got questions. I'm here to answer anything HiFi related. I'll answer anything, man. Anything. You can ask me the future.
Okay, you said anything.
Yeah.
So start busting out the good stuff. All right. Start asking the crazy stuff. Let's take this first one and just really, you know.
Or you can ask my brother about.
Ask me anything.
Ask him anything. But he knows about the insides and outs of the recording studio, of recording talent. You know, PJ, what did you think about the Jeff Beck tribute concert?
You know, I'm just, I'm a very honest fella. I didn't see the Jeff Beck tribute concert.
There you go.
You know, there you go.
Doesn't have any thoughts.
I don't have any thoughts on that. I'm sure it was a phenom, though. Yeah. What did you think of the Jeff Beck tribute concert, Yaniv?
Let's see.
Probably pretty good. Does it work this way?
It works this way, yeah. He'll respond. There's probably a little bit of a lag here.
Is Yaniv a guy? Are you sure Yaniv is a guy?
I have no idea.
So Yaniv, I would think Yaniv sounds like a female to me. Yaniv.
No, but I know my viewers are majority guys.
Yeah,
There's very few women that are into HiFi.
I would be, yeah, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
USB versus Lynx AES 16 card for computer audio. US Lynx AES 16. I would go with AES. I mean, I guess it all depends on the DAC too.
Oh, guy.
You know,
guy.
Yaniv is a guy. Okay, cool.
That was my guess.
That was my guess.
Mikey called it.
All
right, yeah.
Yeah.
See, now if I had the audio show, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
It would be all females now.
Yeah.
I'm just playing around.
Sure.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say the Lynx.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I think AES I like better. PJ, as a music guy engineer, what kind of listening system do you have at home? Nothing. Yeah.
I got a JBL Extreme. Yeah, I have that, and I actually just have a what was it? The audio engine.
Active speakers.
Active speakers.
It's like the typical. It's the typical, like, you know, the construction guy who does construction all day long. You come to his house and like the half-finished deck and like the, you know, that kind of stuff. So in other words, I don't know any musicians that have a hi-fi rig.
Right, like really. chefs. I've seen them. They come home, they make macaroni and cheese. You know,
yeah, stuff like that. You know, I mean, I really. Most musicians don't. Their music fix they get out at the live shows. Yeah, you know, they don't get their music fix at home. You know, that's it.
It is interesting. Yeah, I'd much rather put my money into, or my energies and efforts into a really sweet tube amp, guitar amp, you know, or guitar, and just play it. I just want to hear the music, you know. I'm not as interested in that, but I would love to one day be set up by my phenomenal brother with. I mean, I would be the record player guy, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, to pull it out and see the thing and hear the on there, and, you know, just drop the needle on there, and just something to me is cool about that. I like tubes, and I like seeing and the record player, you know, the turntable. Yeah. But you can tell by my lingo, I'm not what Mikey does. I was in, you know, doing pro audio where we had you know, NS10s generally, and then like some Yuri for our far field speakers, and you know, Pro Tools and that sort of thing. So yeah, when I got home, I just, you know.
Yeah, most of the time, recording studio stuff is all, you know, near field. You know, so they're in midfield. You know, the Yuri monitors, and these speakers are meant to be put into a wall. You know, in the recording studios, they sit at an angle and they sit in the wall, and that's how they're done. It's not like home audio, and you sit inside the music. You're kind of inside the whole sound field rather than having it in front of you.
And we actually put kiln dried sand around the speakers. So there would be a speaker in the speaker box, and around that was white dried sand, so the sound could only go out. You know, it wasn't leaking out anywhere. Yep. It was amazing how much different it sounded when you actually did that. Yeah. I mean, when we did that, the speakers didn't sound that good, the Uris, until we did that, and then it was like, oh my lord, you know, it was a huge difference. Yeah.
So it took up all the box resonant in the cabinet resonance.
Yep.
Yep.
There you go.
So that's cool.
Yeah. Awesome answer. Thanks.
Okay, someone give me a hard question. Let's see who can. Someone's gonna. The best question of the night. Okay, I'm gonna give away a free T-shirt. The free with the OCD Hi-Fi Guy logo. Wow. This T-shirt that you see
Where's my T-shirt?
You
have T-shirts?
Yeah, I got T-shirts.
You didn't tell me you had T-shirts.
I got T-shirts, buddy.
I want some T-shirts.
What's the special word?
Yeah.
What's the magic word?
Please.
Got to be more creative than that.
Really? Yeah.
Man.
I don't know. You got to be careful.
Yeah.
You have black.
The best question of the night is going to get a free T-shirt.
Nice.
So
you pay for shipping?
And I will pay for shipping. I will pay for shipping.
Right,
it will be a free T-shirt and free shipping.
Sweet. Lock it.
So
smash.
That one will go out. Oh,
cool.
I have the MoFi beat killers coming, by the way, you guys. They're in the other room, and I'm still doing. I'll show you a teaser. I'm waiting on some new amps. I sold out of all my Jeff Roland 125s, and so I'm going to show them so you guys can hear them with Jeff Roland 125s. Otherwise, I'm going to be showing you guys the Nemesis 11s with $18,000 amps. And I'm like, it's kind of unfair to do that. I think I got to show you with, $4,000 amps because the speakers are $5,000. Just getting in any question or a specific section. No, Mike. It's just anything. Anything. It will be Tom.
No.
It's going to be a dirty shirt, brother. It's going to have the Aude Mikey.
Totally.
Essence of meatballs.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Essence of garlic sausages.
I had a guy do that to me one time. I was like, I need a shirt. He's like, here, I got a shirt. I got the shirt from the guy. Man, it was, totally. I was like, dude, thanks. I appreciate that. So you wouldn't do that to your listeners, would you?
I would not do that. Nice. I would not do that to any of you guys. Sweet. I promise you.
Now, I got a question. Are those the speakers that are out there? Are they the same brand? That they look kind of the same? It was like Orchestra or something?
Same brand as what?
The two, are they the same?
The black ones that you saw?
Yeah, the tall ones. And
those
are
mine that I designed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, those are
It's
cool.
a Mikey design.
Oh, what are the smaller ones that are like?
Those are little ones from Italy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are not Mikey design.
Little inspirational.
How were Mikey's grades in school?
Yeah.
I was like a C student.
Mikey
I
was
did not excel. I was the class clown. I did enough to get by.
Okay.
And then I was the class clown.
All right, so Mikey was the super smart, like he would pull everything apart. I remember that. He'd pull like the lawnmower all apart and then put it back together and pull everything apart and put it back together. Remember that little race car thing you had? There was like a little gas-powered remote control that you put around?
Yeah.
And chemistry. He's always like microscopes and
total
nerd.
So I was a self-starter. So my grades, because Luis is asking, I'd never graduated. I have a GED. I never went to college, so I'm one of those dumbasses that just goes to the school of hard knocks. PhD. I got a PhD from the streets. Poor, hungry, and determined. That's about it. I learned through the ropes of the real world.
There you go.
Is Jeff Rowland getting out of the business? No, absolutely not. But he, like many other guys, and I don't want to put any words in his mouth, but a lot of the manufacturers will talk to me and things that they can't say publicly or they would never say publicly. And let's just say a lot of the people in the business really see that it's gone to shit and hell in a handbasket. And I mean, the whole narrative and the bullshit companies that push their bullshit products, it's just like politics is exactly like politics. It's like where the money is, that's the stuff that gets pushed. That's the stuff you hear about. That's the media that you get. It's the same as politics. You two are at a bar. What will you order? Non-alcoholic beer.
Club soda with a lemon.
That's right.
They always bring me lime.
He always gets club soda.
I say lemon, and they bring me lime.
I would have just a regular water, no ice.
Club soda, lemon.
I'm trying to drink a lot more water these days. I'm trying to drink at least 2 liters a day, and I've been successful.
At least.
Speaking, any word on his new amp from Jeff Rowland? Yeah, man, Jeff is putting together the 555, and that I can't wait for it. I've got the first 5 that are coming off the presses, if you will. The first 5 that are made are going to come to me. I've got an order that's been standing, so I can't wait to get those things. They're like a baby 625 S2. That's how Jeff describes it, the baby 625. So, and it looks killer. It's got an even cooler chassis. The top is fluted. It looks really super cool. Fluted top. And cool. And it's probably going to be in the area of, I'm guessing 12,500, something like that. 125 per channel, bridgeable for like 350, and just typical Jeff Rowland killer design and sonic, And every time he builds a new amp, he's going to include the kick-ass input transformers on these, the high permeability core input transformers by Lundahl that are custom made for Rowland. So it's going to have all the killer things that Rowland has.
Including the fluted top.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yep. What's the biggest Booch? Booch is in Colorado. Booch does outdoor sound. So for everybody, Booch does outdoor sound.
Bucci.
Mike Bucci is making
Bucciano.
a hi-fi for outdoors.
Sweet.
for concert. Not really concert, but like 3,000. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mike. 3,000 people roughly. And he's going to use all high-end stuff, not the Crown bullshit and QSC and all that crap. No EV, whatever. He's going to get the killer shit.
That's cool.
And
Yeah,
he's gonna
I saw Steely Dan live at the what's the one? The Chastain.
Yep.
And smaller venue. They sounded
outdoor.
So good.
Yeah.
I mean,
Steely
I was blown away by how it sounded just like the album. I couldn't believe it when I talked to the audio guys afterwards. It was like, man, it sounded so good. Yeah,
man. That's his
Booch.
Booch wants to take his T-shirt and some foils.
That's right.
What's the biggest indicator to know when a rig has world-class musicality? What's the biggest indicator? Okay, that's a good question, man.
Boom.
So Booch is he's bringing the goods. Okay, that's a great question. The biggest indicator to know when a rig has world-class musicality is your thoughts. What is your mind doing while you're listening to the music? If your mind is analyzing the sound and how it's being presented, and does it have this, does it have that, is it doing this properly, is it doing that properly, if your mind is analyzing the sound, it's still not there. When your mind stops analyzing, and when you connect to the music and you forget you're listening to a rig,
that's a good
because
point.
you're not even thinking about the audio system, that is when it's world class. Because you forget you're listening to an audio rig. You're just like totally into it. And your thoughts are all about, what can I listen to next, man? I want to hear some other stuff. Or, oh, this reminds me of this, or whatever. It's all music related. The discussion that you're having with the people that you're listening with has nothing to do with the sound. Doesn't it sound good? Doesn't it? No, none of that. It's all about the music. Do you know this band? Do you remember this? Oh, do you remember that tune? That's how you know.
It's kind of, what's interesting is it kind of relates to musicians in a bit, I think. Because, like, a good drummer, you know, and I was explaining this to Preston, is one that you don't notice is there.
Preston's his son. He's
Preston's
a drummer.
my son. Is a phenomenal drummer, Preston Powell. And so I was explaining the drummers that are solid, you don't notice they're there. It's like a safety net for the other musicians that allows them to do the things they want and know they can come back in that one, and it's gonna the drums are going to be there.
Yep.
And it's like the drummer should not be, like, noticeable. I mean, if that makes sense. I mean, you notice that they're solid, but...
What about Neil Peart?
Yeah. Different story there. Different story.
He's not noticeable.
Yeah, not noticeable at all. Yeah. So that's interesting.
Okay,
Just an
so
observation.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm trying to hit everybody's here. I make beats with FL Studio and Arturia plugins. Any advice to make my beats sound more natural and soulful? Also, do you recommend any other plugins? Okay, so you're totally outside of my realm of understanding. I do not create
He's
music.
asking me that question.
Okay.
That was from
You
me,
know how to
I think.
answer
I'm
it?
pretty sure.
Yeah.
Well, I would say, yes, the one thing I noticed that would really made things sound more natural is to, and I know this is not your typical thing, most people like to mix inside the box. I would come out of the box and go into channels of my console and compress things differently and so forth, which I know you can all do inside the box, but, and I don't know if I'm just old school in doing it that way, but it just has a different tone. When you A-B them, you can hear the difference between if you're mixing it all in the box. And if you take it out and they're using, different, I would tend to use outboard gear as well, tube gear and stuff, which I know you can get stuff that emulates it, but that has worked for me. And also...
He's an analog guy.
Well, and taking live drum sounds, so sampling real drums, and then you can fly them back in and use them within your beats, but that's going to sound a lot better than just canned electronic stuff,
Yeah.
So, and I don't know about the plugins. I mean, there's so many to choose from.
There is. Yeah, I've seen a whole bunch of them. Boutique outdoor events. Okay, Bucci's got the boutique. Do you have good catering? I'm there for the food.
Catering?
I'm there for the food.
Boutique. I'm in there for the boutique.
When I hear boutique, I think
boutique.
think of food.
It's funny, when I hear a boutique, I think of guitars and boutique amps.
I think of women in pretty dresses.
Boutique?
Yeah.
Boutique.
Boutique.
Oh, nice.
Come to the boutique.
You see the lady in the
I'll
red
go to
dress?
The boutique. Okay. My homie from Watts, to your bro, Mikey mentioned that a nephew that jams too. Yeah, he's a drummer. Is that your son? Yes, it's his son.
Yes.
Did you teach him?
Oh, yeah. So it's interesting because I heard while he was in the womb, I was listening to someone who, their mother was a cellist. And when she was pregnant, the cello, the concave on the cello was right on the thing. And so he just connected with that. So while he was in the womb, I was doing beats, simple beats, and then the complex polyrhythms, just really slow and steady for long periods. So it really, I think, connected him into, he's got...
You're playing bongo drums on your wife's
Hell
belly?
yeah! Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? When you're doing that, boop, boop, pop, boop, 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 pop, boop, 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 pop, boop, boop, for, that's just ingrained into him, I think, because he's in the pocket. To me, a drummer that's in the pocket, that you can be doing what you're doing, but that one is just in the pocket, made a huge difference. So if you saw the video that you did of my birthday party, that was my son playing. Yeah. So we were playing together, right? The video? You got that video?
Yeah, it's on there. Yeah, they saw it. That's what he's talking about.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, you guys saw the video. I did a live stream from my brother's place, and and they were jamming there.
Watts, didn't they? That's where they burned down.
The '60s, man.
Long
Ass time ago, bro. Hola, Jerry Del Coliano swims with you in the high-end DAC world. Is he legit? He seems kind of like a dick.
Yeah, total dick.
Total dick.
I don't know.
Have no idea who Jerry Del Coliano is, man.
Coliano.
But you know what? If the guy is a dick, it would not be the first time in this industry.
Yeah.
The industry is rife with guys that are
unlike you,
arrogant pricks.
Unlike Mikey.
Unlike me.
Non-dick.
Everybody
loves Mikey.
My problem is my drawback is I'm honest and I don't fluff anybody. And if I don't like the rig sound, I'll be light about it or whatever. But I'm not going to fluff them. I'm not going to be like the other guys. I went to a rig the other day, and the guys are going, "Oh, isn't it good sound? Isn't it good sound?" I'm like, "No, it's not. It's not good sound."
Yeah.
And the guys that were saying, "Isn't it good sound?" were guys that shouldn't be saying that shit.
Huh.
And I'm like, God, man, they're trying to they're fluffing this dude, man.
Where was it?
It was at a local place, someone's house, where he'd bought a rig, expensive rig. It wasn't
Total
funny,
Mikey. Yeah, you don't want to be a waiter and ask, "How was your steak, sir?"
Yeah.
Mikey will be like, "Actually, glad you asked." I'm like, "Hey, Mikey."
Both should watch the show together. It's hosted by Clapton with Beck. Yeah, we'll listen to that. Someone just said Kirk Hammett sucked, which that'll be interesting to see.
Oh, yeah, cool. Nice.
Favorite ethnic food? Oh, man. I mean, if I had to go to one fallback, like that I could eat a lot, would be Latin food, so Mexican probably. I could, just because I wouldn't really. Actually, I kind of get sick. Thai is too unique. I can't have it every day.
Well,
no
okay,
way.
Favorite. Yeah, I guess, because favorite, that's like...
Favorite means, can you eat it every day? So Cuban, probably because we grew up on that shit.
Yeah, we grew up on the shit.
Yeah,
right? Vieja, yeah.
So like Latin food.
Yeah, little arroz con pollo.
I do like Italian, but man, I would get fat.
Yeah.
Italian food gets you fat. Shut up.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Get fat. I'm going to get fat, yeah.
I was already fat.
You better stay away from that. Get too much meat. The meat will get you.
Better answer than I could have prepared myself for.
Man.
Booch.
The Booch.
You bet, Booch.
We got to meet the Booch.
See, he called you Booch without even me saying it.
The Colorado.
He already picked up on it.
Colorado's a cool place.
Yeah, it's
Isn't
nice.
it cool?
Yeah,
I mean, have you noticed? No, it's got a weird, not a weird vibe, but a vibe that's noticeable. You know?
Open air.
Yeah, not to mention everybody's like very chill in the driving. Yeah, go ahead.
Everybody's stoned. Yeah,
exactly.
Right?
They're really good pizza joints, and everybody lets you in.
Yeah.
You're driving the car. They're like, get on in.
Spades versus banana plugs. Kaboom.
Kaboom.
Spades. I always like spades better. You can crank them down. But the drawback is if they get hit, and you don't crank them hard, they can if they move, they can come off. They can get loose. And banana plugs, you really have to, if they get bent or anything, they can become loose in there. Bananas are good if you're pulling things in and out.
I like a banana.
They're good if you use like a whole slew. If you got a whole bunch, like if you got a Marantz receiver and you need to plug shit in there, you definitely don't want spades. You want bananas for that because otherwise it's way too tight.
Oh yeah.
But on most hi-fi stuff, like the real high end, I like spades. Spades is my choice. Tell me why Acoustafan makes a listening room sound like a live venue. I have no idea what Acoustafan is. Yeah, I got no idea. How dare you? Man. Yeah, I know. I have no idea.
Those Acoustafan guys, I tell you.
Acoustafan. How you freaking doing over here?
A little bit over here, this guy over here.
Acoustafanos. Puts you in the zone. Yes, it does put you in the zone. He's talking about the good hi-fi. How do you know?
Good old Chadwick.
Is it me or is the stereo separation in this? It's hard left and hard right. Yeah, he's on left. I'm on the right. So if that jacks you guys up, I can change that back to non.
Or is it me or is the stereo separation on this stream kind of crazy?
Yeah, if it messes you up, look, I can go into my settings here, and I can go and I can take it off.
Stereo audio. So there you go.
Now, and we can echo cancellation.
There you go.
Okay, is that better? Tell me if that's better. I just changed out of stereo separation.
Yeah. Zipper.
So tell me if it's good.
Zipper unamused.
Zippy the pinhead.
Zipper Van Cleven.
Zipper unamused. He's not amused. He's not amused with the stereo.
This is not funny, no?
This is not funny.
No.
Stereo separation.
Take it off the stereo.
Stereo separation.
It's bugging out with the left ear and the right ear.
Tell that to Danny Carey.
Yeah, Danny.
I don't know to Danny Carey. Who's Danny Carey? I have no idea.
Daver Olson. What's up, Daver?
Dave drives a
Dave Rolson.
Dave
Rolson.
Dave R. Olson.
Dave R. Olson.
Yeah. Mike Booch at Airy use analog synths and sample actual recordings. There you go. Induction Records. Thanks. When you first get a system, though, I'm sure we will analyze at first. No, when you first get a system, we will analyze at first. What do you mean? Well, no, you don't. You don't. If you when you first get a system, your first system, you'll be analyzing it because it's not going to be of the level that gets you out of analytic. But when you reach that point of no analysis, it happens immediately. You don't analyze it and go, oh, it's good. Your brain immediately doesn't analyze it. So when you get to that level, it's like crossing a line. All of a sudden, you know it. You're across that line. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
You know. So, yep, food, massages, yoga, the work.
Sean B, let me take this one.
Okay.
You can't.
Okay.
The question was, how good can you emulate the tube sound? To me, like you said, it's a feel, you know?
Yeah.
It may sound like if you were just like, maybe, but when you're actually playing like a tube guitar amp, at least, I don't know if you're talking about tube guitar amp or if you're talking about like a hi-fi rig. Were you talking about analog, hi-fi or amplifier? Because from a guitar standpoint, they could sound good, but again, it's the A/B thing. It's kind of like really nice wine. You know, if you have them right next to each other, it's a world of difference. So for me, when you're playing in a tube amplifier, it's just not. It just doesn't.
You can't compare.
No.
Yeah.
No.
What is my favorite valve amplifier? Nat Audio Magma New.
Wow.
Yep.
You sure you don't want to think about that for a second?
Yeah.
No.
No.
You got that one?
Think about it.
I think he knows.
That's the one.
I think he knows.
That's the one.
Say it again.
Nat Audio Magma New.
Nat Audio Magma New.
Yep.
It's kind of a mouthful.
Period.
Magma New.
It's very exotic. It's a huge GM170 tube or GM100, and it is 160 watts of pure Class A. So it's pretty kick-ass. It's on the 11 Stereo website if you want to look at it. I will feature it again. I sell them out. I get them, man, and they sell right away.
Boom, gone.
I've got another one coming.
Is Kaboom one of your things?
Kaboom?
Yeah.
No.
Everybody keeps saying Kaboom or Kaboom.
Only a couple people.
Oh, really?
Because they're boom. They're dropping it.
You're not dropping it?
Dropping it.
Kaboom?
Yeah, Kaboom.
So Mikey tells me he's out in public and people be like, yo, dude, hey.
Not in public. At the shows, at the audio shows.
Well, that's public, right?
Yeah, but that's not
at like the grocery store.
Not at the grocery store.
Not the grocery store.
Not Paramus at the grocery store.
The
Paramus Mall.
Schenectady.
And
I love saying that word. Schenectady.
Schenectady. Schenectady.
Ta-da.
Okay. When I go to Italy, I rarely see a fat person can't figure it out. Yeah, no doubt, man.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
You'd think, like maybe where in the south of Italy, like the Mediterranean.
Probably because all the cha-cha they got going on down there.
DJ, what genre of music do you prefer to listen to? Is from Ziggy Cat.
I kind of switch around. I have recently, meaning in the past couple of years, one of the genres I hadn't really explored is the country, but like more like Appalachian, like backwoods kind of Delta, country. I know Delta's blues and country, but that kind of old school stuff. So, which is interesting because Tyler Childers has done a pretty good job of you going into that whole realm. So I really have been just liking that because it was one of the unexplored genres that I hadn't really explored to try and learn new stuff. But I would say I love Steely Dan. Like if I had to listen to one band for the rest of my life, it would probably be Steely Dan. So I'd like that. But to me, it's about good music,
Yeah.
There's good rap, there's good funk, there's good metal, there's good. I wouldn't say I'm like metal, but there's some stuff that's just phenomenal.
What's good rap?
Eminem.
Oh yeah, dude.
For
sure.
Eminem, yeah. you cannot say that guy. You listen to that and you're like, damn, that's good
Singing
stuff.
From the heart.
Yeah, totally. Really and there's some other stuff that I've liked. I know it's kind of like, you don't like some of this stuff, but like, what is it, Big Sean? Like, just sometimes listening from my kids' stuff. But, it's the stuff you can just feel it. It's kind of like the talking about the tube amps or whatnot. You know it when you hear it, and there's good in any genre,
Yep.
You can't say, oh, I don't like, there's some great country, some great bluegrass players that just blow your mind. And same with rap and same with You know, like some of the old Metallica stuff is like insane. You know, Eddie Van Halen. If you like, you wouldn't be like, oh, I love Van Halen. That's, you know, but if you actually listen to his guitar playing, it is insane. I mean, it's not from this planet, really. There's no other guitar player that I know of that plays those sort of licks. They're just not used in that sort of genre of music. I mean, so, anyways, that's a whole nother conversation.
Whole nother combo.
You did a video on that, didn't you?
It's a whole nother combo.
Convo?
Yeah, the Nuno.
Convoluted.
About Nuno.
Oh,
yeah. Just about guitars.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my take on that.
If you had only one song to listen to, what would it be? Oh man,
that's what the view is for
why
Van Halen.
why are you trying to do that to us?
What he did?
If you had one song to listen to, what would it be? If you had one song to listen to, what would it be?
If I had only one song to listen to,
you had to listen to it over and over.
Well, see, that's harsh because that doesn't. I mean,
that sucks.
It would suck no matter what it was. After a while, it would drive you crazy. So, but we could say, "What's your favorite song?" I guess. Well, that's not the question he's asking. I don't know. I wouldn't want to do that to myself.
One song to listen to, what would it be? I know that's such a harsh thought. If you could only listen to one song, like how often did you have to listen to it? Like that would be the thing. Whenever you wanted, you could just pull it out. I guess like you never heard music. Let's say you never heard music. You had one song on a record and you're in the woods and it's Armageddon and you're like at your cabin and you can put on one song and listen when you want to hear music because you can't hear music any other time. Whatever. There's nobody. You can't go get other records. There's no radio transmissions. So you just got one song to play. What would you bring out when it's time for music? What song would you Well,
let me say that, I don't know if you get like this, but if you guys get like this, but when I'm playing like a new song, and just like listen to it over and over and over and over and over until it's like, I'm almost like, okay, I've had enough of that. But I'll listen to it a ton. But if I was to just think back to one, like I love Babylon Sisters by Steely Dan, Babylon
really
Sisters. Well, the musicianship is insanely good. The recording is second to none. It's just perfect. The balance, everything, the mixing.
Mine would probably be if it was like that kind of thing, like you had to pull out a freaking no. Yeah. I am a Deadhead, but no, it would be Beatles' "Good Day Sunshine." Because I could pull it out, and man, that would make me feel good no matter what. Good Day Sunshine. There's another one like
Sting too. Does some really good stuff. What's that one? The Sting song.
No.
Some Beastie Boys.
No, not really. Yeah. No. Yes, that would be it.
All right.
Good Day Sunshine.
That's a tough question though.
What year did you see Steely Dan?
Oh, mono way better. The other guy said change your
I know. I've been watching, so I'm just.
You can't please everybody. If we had only one song to listen to, okay, mono better. What year did you see Steely Dan? Oh, got it early. That was probably about. That was probably. Geez. Maybe. Probably 9 years ago.
Oh, at Chastain, yeah. So you were here, yeah. So that was probably 9-10 years ago, maybe.
That's crazy. I hate that. I'm like, yeah, it was like 4 years ago. 8 years ago? Ooh, 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Hate that. Thanks for asking that question.
Yeah.
Really.
Tom Acosta fan overcomes obstacles. Okay, Tom, send me one. Bry Calf, is DSP unacceptable? Is DSP unacceptable? To me, it is not for bass. I would use DSP for bass correction, just my personal self. I would use it for bass correction, but I don't want DSP in my mids or highs. That's just personally. I just don't want it in my mids or highs.
And if it's referring to, it's not obviously referring to pro audio because it's required for
it's
pro
required
audio.
in pro audio. Yeah.
Required.
The end by the Doors. This is the end.
That's
everybody is kung fu fighting. Fast as lightning. Everybody is kung fu fighting. Is that a good one?
Yeah,
you want to hear that over and over again?
Robot
no,
Puncher.
I don't think
Remember those
so,
Robot
man.
Puncher guys?
Oh,
What was that
God.
called? Rock'em Robots.
Rock'em
Sock'em Robots, yeah. Anyways,
Rock'em
that's what we just
Sock'ems.
were there. We were Kung Fu Rock'em Sock'em.
Let's see. In general, how many days to mostly
It's
burn
getting
in
hot in
speaker
here.
cables? Same for IC, interconnect, and PC. In general, 100 hours.
$100. There you go.
And that song is long enough to make some magic with your girl before Armageddon. Exactly, right? Totally. Yeah, that's funny. You get like, Barry White or something like that.
Yeah.
Or you could do what's like Freebird. What are the songs that are like 13 minutes long?
That's what I think of when I think of Armageddon. I'd want to hear some Metallica.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
favorite guitar masters
Right.
over different genres. Don't leave out jazz.
oh yeah,
I don't really know jazz guitarists. It's like Al Di Meola.
Yeah, totally.
You know?
Yeah.
Double Dutch bus. The double Dutch bus. Kizzy is a peasant.
Dizabba dizutch.
Dizabba dizutch.
Dizabba dizutch. Walk, walk, walk.
Yeah.
You guys are asking for it.
You're asking for it.
You're asking for it. You're gonna get
The
it.
Beatles. Oh, look, are you trying to come up? You want to come up?
Stony boy.
Come on.
There's my dog Stonewall.
Come up here.
Stony boy. Look. Hey, Tony dog.
Look what we got. We got family dog right here.
Tony dog. Yeah, he's a good boy.
Yeah.
He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Until he's not.
The Beatles are known for their high quality recordings. It
like,
sounds like shit. Yeah, I know. It sucks, man. It's hard
One
to
microphone.
get Beatles.
Yeah.
Same with Rolling Stones is like a torture test for most hi-fi rigs, you know, and it's really such cool stuff.
Yeah.
You hate your job. That's too bad. That sucks.
Oh, I hate my job. Johnson, let's have a little conversation here. First of all, a Ducanelli?
Yeah, that's an African name right there, dude. A Dekun. Who knows? Whatever. It's
Johnson or Ducanelli. Okay. Quit. That's all I got to say. You know what? You can always change what you do. That's what I got to say. I just heard something on this. You know, you're not forced to what you have to do. You need to love life and live life. And I know it's easy to say and harder to do, but make a plan to how you're going to do that. Do what you love. Remember when we asked Dad that question? I said, you have all of us here together. What would you say, Dad, to like drop some science on the 3 generations? And he said, the one thing I wasn't expecting him to really say anything substantial. And he said, know what you love. What did he say? Remember? He said, do what you love to do. Don't do what you think is going to make you happy. Because I think a lot of people
do, and it won't be like work.
Right. Because a lot of people, I think, say, if I'm a stockbroker, I can make a bunch of money and then I'll be happy. Or if I do real estate, I'm going to make money and do happy. Rather than, man, I love to do audio, or I love to do, whatever you do, woodworking or music or these things. And I think it is harsh because I've learned. Are you just laughing at my answer?
What if I like to do cutting lingus?
Oh my God! I thought you said you weren't supposed to go there.
I'm not supposed
then
to
go for the cunnilingus. Is it cunnilingus? That's why the Italians are also skinny. They're the cunnilingus all the day.
They do it. It's testosterone. That's why there's nobody fat in Italy
testosterone.
Because they got the testosterone.
Totally. But so, dude, yeah, I'm telling you, make a plan. Make a plan. Grab your life by the balls. Bring it back, man. It's yours. Don't let it slip by.
That's right.
It goes too fast. Seriously.
Very good.
You're never going to be sitting there going, oh, man, I wish I would have worked another day at what I hated, So
word up.
That's my advice.
Word
to
up.
You. Yeah. Cunnilingus.
What's top limit for bass DSP? Maybe 100 hertz or 300 hertz. Depends on the speaker.
20.
No, top. So yeah, to me, I mean, my top. It depends so much. What bass speakers are they? Subs? Are they part of a bigger speaker? If it's subwoofers, I limit my subs at like 48 to 58. But those are Fela Kuti's brother. Yeah, man. Fela is some shit, Johnson. Yeah, man. We listen to that every now and again. I play Fela.
Oh, yeah, nice.
And then what's cool about Tidal is you pull up Fela and then you learn about all these other artists from Africa.
Huh.
And,
I like Dr. Alban.
Music.
Dr. Alban. Dr. Alban? I like that. That was the African brother.
Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know. Fela Kuti. Love what you do and you never work a day. That's right, Barnaby.
Right, Barnaby. Dude, Barnaby.
Double B.
Barnaby.
If you bought a system cost no object, what would it be?
Bought a system no cost no object?
I don't know, man. I mean, I'd have to beat out what I currently have. What I currently have, I haven't beat yet.
Yep.
So
let me say something about one of the questions that the guy asked before, and I think it was the Booch talking about what's the when do you know that it's actually hit that hi-fi like thing?
Yeah.
For me, what it was hearing a song I've heard thousands of times and going like, oh my God, I've never heard that thing in there, whatever it was. Certain things I have never heard in those recordings before. That's what I noticed with Mikey's system. And just air, it just sounds like they're right there, specifically with those big speakers and the hydrostatic, are they called, or what are they called?
Planar magnetic.
Oh yeah. it's like, damn, you know, you hear it and I'm like, wow, that just amazed by the experience, like you said, you know. And at first he would bring me in, come on, let's hear the system. And I was like, dude, it would kind of drive me a little crazy, to be quite honest with you. Just shooting you straight,
honest,
do
I
the
don't
thing.
care.
But after a while, I'm like, okay, fine. And I like let it, then I was like, wow. And really, that's what I noticed was that I heard stuff I'd never heard before in those same recordings I've heard 100,000 times. You know?
Remember that one time you ate a gummy and then you listened to the Grateful Dead and you were like, oh my God, dude, I totally get Jerry right now.
No.
Yeah. Busted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Let's not
That's
go
great,
into the
man.
Grateful Dead experiences. Yeah. I went to the Grateful Dead New Year's one here.
Cool.
Things happen. Yeah. It was crazy.
Yeah, they do.
It was crazy.
They were just through here, but I was too bummed out. I couldn't go see it. There's only Bobby and Mickey, two guys, you know, not even Phil or Billy are there. It's like, I can't. And they're tired, man. The Dead are, you know, they're like, it's like the Grateful Dead farted. And then these guys are the fart.
Pew.
Yeah.
I saw Leonard Skinner recently at Palm Beach. No, where was I? What was it?
You were in
Panama City Beach. I was like, oh, Skinner, you know, I have to go just to see because it's Leonard Skinner to go. But I normally wouldn't have been like, oh, go see Skinner. I was like, opportunity to see him because I was doing a show there for something else, and they killed it. It was really good. I was truly like, made me want to actually go see him again in another town. They were that good. It sounded exactly like it, and all the solos were right in the money. Don't you hate that when you go to a concert, they go to play the solos and it's not the same, or the guy's singing and he's like trying to get all creative? It's like, no, buddy. Let's stick to the song here. Yeah. You know, you're gonna get all creative on us. No, don't like that. It's not. It's you want to go to hear what you want to hear. I think, right? What you're used to hearing.
I agree.
Okay, good.
I agree for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I like it when my brother agrees.
Yes, I do. Let's see.
Right,
what is my opinion? Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, we go. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I have a Berkey. I don't know if a water ionizer. Larry.
Y'all keep mentioning the Beatles. I am going to take a step back and give them a good listen. I never was a big fan. Oh, yeah, man. Listen to like Revolver. You know, Revolver's a good, really killer album. I mean, we grew up. Remember when we were little, when PJ and I were little? We got some Beatles album. We got the Beatles White
from Larry Goldberg.
Yep, Beatles White. We got Abbey Road.
Yep. We got the Rolling Stones. We got
Stones that Through the Past Darkly. But I mean, but I'm just talking about the Beatles. We had those two Beatles. Well, we would listen to Jumpin' Jack Flash and Jump on the Beds.
Yeah.
And we play in a shit ass record player, you know.
Yeah. And Big Brother in the holding company.
Big Brother.
Yep. Remember?
Yep.
Ooh, ah.
Yeah, Janice.
Ooh, ah. That was crazy stuff.
Yeah, that was cool.
The Beatles.
Was cool. And as kids, you have if you have Big Brother in the holding company, it's all cartoons on the front.
Yeah. Totally.
You know, because it's our crumb, like art. So we were like, oh, cool. Look at the cartoons. And then we listened to music, and it was just this whole storybook.
Yeah.
You know, of like. Because each song had a cartoon with it.
Yep.
So we'd go, oh, yeah, a combination of the two.
Yeah.
And we'd the two guy walking.
Yep.
You know? And Ball and Chain was like that. Ball and Chain on the ankle.
Cool. And the other thing that was cool about the Beatles is I heard them in an interview talking about when they were playing back in the 60s and started, that a lot of the bands would play the same songs because they were playing cover tunes. And so because that would happen, that's the only reason that they started writing their own music, was out of necessity. So they wouldn't be playing, because as one of the last bands, you heard the same song 3 times. So they didn't want to do that. So that's how they started writing their own music. I found that to be très interesante.
That is muy interesante.
Muy
interesante.
I didn't say it right, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brie
so let's
calf.
See. We should drink filtered water from a water ionizer.
Yeah,
best for health. I
got him on the Berkey.
Ionized water. Yeah, we drink filtered water from a Berkey.
I don't know what the ionizer is though.
Puts like ions, like ionized water.
Good ionized.
You know, ionized water.
I'm all ionized. What happened to Brie Calf? Brie Calf.
Who's funnier? Wes Montgomery was the king of jazz guitar. Okay, cool. The THE show will have Tad, Playback Designs, and Eggleston. Okay, killer, man. And we're meeting up for, oh, shit. I'm going to Seattle, bro. I've been to LA a lot, but I've never been to Seattle. But maybe I'll show up there, too. I wonder, how close are they? Man, I wish they were closer. If they were closer in dates. then maybe I could hit them both. Maybe I go for like 3 weeks out there.
Oh yeah.
Fantazi.
Fantazi.
Yeah.
We're definitely related. Yeah. See my son.
You got it. Hey, Mikey. Hey, PJ. You guys are definitely. Oh, there's Nick. Okay, so Nick, brother.
Nicky baby.
Nick is electric guitar, especially. He's the guy that had the Marshall Plexi. It wasn't a Plexi. What's it called? A dual volume or something, or a volume?
Yeah.
This guy is
master volume.
Yeah, he collects the shit, and he's got some killer shit. He played. He toured.
That's the amp you don't need.
He played with a band, dude. A ska core band.
Face off, really.
Nick played with a ska core band.
That's one of those amps. You're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna turn this amp. You go to turn it up. You're like, oh my god, they're ready to kick you out of the place. Yeah. That's insane loud stuff. I got a Mesa Boogie Mark II C+, which is like you turn it a little half. Just an increase of half of one. It just blows your face off. Blows the eyelids right back, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah, Tom, I'll have my brother come. We can do that test if you want to. He's got a stand, and you take your guitar amp, and you set it on like the amp stands that I have, and you put your guitar amp on top of one of those stands, and it's supposed to make it sound a lot better.
Sweet. If you can lift my matchless DC30 out of there, give you $10.
If you can lift it, how much does it weigh?
Oh my god, I don't know, but it's like every time you lift it up, like I thought my Boogie was heavy. You lift this thing, you're just like can't understand how something that size could be that heavy.
I've got a couple amps.
I don't understand that.
I've got a right now. I've got that Viola Labs thing in there. It's 100 and it's over 100 pounds. It's like 120 or something, and it has no handles. I'm like, how are you gonna make 120 pound amp? No freaking handles?
How you gonna no handles over there?
Tell us a hi-fi story, a funny one. Okay, let's see. A hi-fi story, a funny one. Okay. I've got a funny hi-fi story. It's pretty short.
It better be funny. That's all I gotta say.
It is.
Okay, let's have it.
This is a hi-fi story about Mark Levinson.
So once upon a time,
because once upon a time, when I was a little baby girl,
talking to the mic,
I used to go to the shows, and remember Rosanna Dana?
Yeah,
if I let my hair down and I did Rosanna Dana.
Yeah.
But okay, so Mark Levinson, he's been doing this so long, he's fed up with the idiots that don't know anything about hi-fi. And, a lot of people, there's a whole group of people, you see them on AudioGone forums and stuff like that know nothing about hi-fi, but they think they do because they just hear other people say stuff and they just sit there on their armchairs and they think they know. Well, those people show up sometimes at the audio shows, okay? And they go through and they ask stupid questions. You can tell by the question they're asking that they know nothing about hi-fi. You just know that question doesn't come from anybody that understands anything. Like he's asking one of those canned typical questions, like what chip is it? That's like the stupidest. It's okay. So it's one of those things, So someone comes in and I can't remember the question, but Mark is at the front of the room and he's talking, and this guy asks a question, and Mark just looks at him and goes, well, that's a stupid question. Why would you do that? I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, wow.
He just told them that they're stupid.
Yeah.
And it was like people laughed and like the guy shut up and he was just like, and then he listened to him and he was like, okay, it was like, it went over somehow. Like somehow it went over. It was crazy.
That's like,
so once you're Mark Levinson, you can tell people at audio shows, you're an idiot. And who else does that shit? He doesn't say it. He's not as obvious about it. But Alberto from AGD, I love to watch people ask him questions because I know him and I know the look on his face. So I sit in the back of the room with his wife and I watch and I look at her because she knows that he's upset too. And I can tell too. Right. So I look at her and I get a smile on my face and she goes like
down through his forehead.
Oh, dude, he gets this look of like despair, like, because he's so smart, and the same with Mark. They understand things so much that when people that don't get it ask a stupid question, you can just see it in their eyes. It's just like all the wind goes out of their sails. They're like, oh my God, why am I still doing this? Who am I talking with?
So as a non-hi-fi guy, let me relate it to guy pulls up on his on your motorcycle and it's sitting right in front of him. He's like, is that a 2-stroke or a 4-stroke?
Yeah.
And you're like,
same kind of thing,
dude.
Same kind of thing. You're like,
it's got the big old pipe. If it's too, it's coming out of the head. It's like, yeah, dude, it's sitting right in front of you.
So is that good enough, Charles? Was that a funny hi-fi story? Mike, can the Nat Magma new mono amps really drive any speaker? They can, okay, but I'm not a guy who likes to put things together that will work, okay? like, yeah, it can do it. So am I going to put it with a, Apogee Scintilla? No, I'm not, even though it can do it.
Definitely not
you
an
know,
Apogee Scintilla.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Definitely not
He has
that.
no idea what that is.
Not
So
the Apogee Scintilla.
I like to optimize my pairings. So when I pair an amp with speakers, I give an optimal scenario. Right now, I have a client who's using Nat Magma News with Sound Labs, the humongous Sound Labs. Electrostats that go down and they dip down 2 ohms for sure. So they can drive anything. But I prefer to optimize them. I would put them with a more sensitive speaker or an 8 ohm, but they're fine between the spec is like 0.5 ohm to 32 ohm. Like they can do anything. But again, I would optimize them to get the most out of them. It's 160 watts. I would put them with a really good speaker that is sensitive, that is going to get the most out of those.
I concur.
Those amps.
I concur.
Yes.
Totally.
Yep.
100% sensitive.
Drink whiskey
speakers.
for breakfast for good health.
Yeah.
Total.
Right. Yeah.
Your liver. You'll be eating your liver for dinner.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, Mikey, you couldn't possibly think that the Beatles boy band, bunch of choir boys, are all that, considering your eclectic taste in music.
Oh, damn, bro. Wow. Woo. Damn.
Right. They are all that, dude.
W.A.
Fab Four. The Beatles. Dang. The Beatles are amazing, man. I can't. That's my favorite band.
That was a comment.
If I had to pick one band, it would be the Beatles, because they're so all-encompassing. You look at their early works all the way through to their psychedelic shit, and they've done everything.
He just wanted a reaction.
Many of them do.
I mean, yeah.
Many of them do. That's okay. That's okay.
W.A.
But yes, I do possibly think that the Beatles are all that. Tell me what you think's better. Yeah. Tell me what band you think is more prolific than the Beatles, other than Michael Jackson. What is more prolific? What is better? I'd love to hear it. 1976 master volume. Early ones were still in the plexi boxes for the first 2 months or so. Yeah, Nick. Nick, what axes do you got? You got some cool classic guitars. You got old Les Pauls, or what do you got? Tell PJ.
59 burst.
Yaniv has a Marshall 1974, 18 watts, hand wired to all the tubes or NOS Mullards. Yeah, nice. Sweet, man. Ugh, the audio gone comments. I know.
Oh, man. Yeah, I just got a tube from your guy. What was the guy?
It's a stupid answer sometimes.
New York tube amp. What was it called? The New York Tube Museum or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Anyways, I had to get another tube for my
man, there's people out there that sell old tubes. They hoard them and sell them.
What is?
Hi-Fi and Pro Audio can be pretty contentious. Yeah, true. Pro isn't as bad. Hi-Fi is way worse. Do you bros have your arguments on audio topics? Not at all.
Us guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Mikey's not. Mikey doesn't hold on to stuff. He just says his piece and he just believes what he does. And if you start trying to get into it, he just goes, whatever. That's what I noticed. He doesn't hold on to. He's not gonna. I
don't engage.
He's not. Yeah, he doesn't engage.
And I don't get butthurt over stuff. Yeah. I don't get butthurt. Too many people get butthurt in this industry, bro, and it is super frustrating because, like, I can't even say something and be honest without hurting someone's anus. It's like, it just.
What do you mean by that?
Butthurt.
Butthurt.
Yeah, butthurt. Butt sore.
Wow.
I mean, people are just. They can't. It's like politics, man. You can't have a differing opinion about politics without people getting all butthurt and not wanting to like you because of your opinion. That's ridiculous, dude. It's fascist. Definitely. It's like, fuck you, man. Yeah. I can have I can have my own opinion.
Yeah.
You can have your own opinion. You can tell me that you don't like me. Or you don't like the way I bring my thing or whatever. I'm gonna talk with you about it. I'll be like, well, why? What did I ever do to you? Or whatever. I might seek to understand. I might not seek to understand. I might not care. I might say, good. I'm glad you don't like me, because But I don't. Man, I take criticism really well. And I don't. What I take worse is when people don't talk and they just snip. Right. They just all of a sudden they're not talking to you. Because listen to me, you guys that are watching right now. People in this industry, I put myself on the outside for you guys. In other words, to bring you guys the truth, I get people getting ass hurt about me all the time in the industry because I don't follow the narrative. I don't pitch the same brands that everybody likes to talk about that bring all the money to the magazines and all the system, right? the politics, man. I don't follow it. I don't succumb to that pressure. Okay. I give you the real Mikey all the time. And I get hammered for that all the time. You know, if I say anything, if I have any critical position about someone's gear, if I went to the store or I went to their house, if I say anything critical, they get all sorts of butthurt because I'm supposed to fluff the guy and give him a handy, you know, because I'm at his place of business or because I'm at their house. I'm supposed to fluff them, reach around.
The old reach around courtesy grip.
The courtesy grip.
Whatever. Yeah, I think you should have. To me, that's what's engaging is when you have different points of view, because you should I might not agree with you. So let's talk about why, what the differences are, and try and understand the other person. I mean, to me, that's a hell of a lot more interesting.
I'm not doing them any. I'm not being a good.
Just my opinion.
I'm not being 100% for them.
Right.
I'm being fake to them.
Right.
And I'm not a fake dude. I'm not about the fakeness, man. And you know, this whole industry is built on fakeness, man. All this fluff, fake audio channels that are so beautiful, and they all and just all this different, you know, man. It's all fluff. It's all pretty stuff, you know. I get it. You know, maybe it's nice to look at or whatever, but this is, you know, so anyways,
I digress. He digresses.
I got off the subject.
Yeah, you did.
But no, but he was talking about HiFi being contentious. He's totally right, Sean.
Yeah.
I've never seen it in any other industry. You know, cars and stuff like that, motorcycles, people are totally respectful. You say, I'm not really into Japanese bikes, people don't call you racist. You know, if I say I'm not into Hi-Fi, Chinese audio, people call me a racist. It's the most ridiculous thing in the world.
That's ridiculous.
It's like, you guys are nutso, man.
Yeah, totally.
You know, but good that they that it kind of blows them out, and those are the people I don't really want to talk to anyways. You know,
totally.
Yeah, that was
two less balls, gold top
funny,
standard, and a custom and Italian. Yeah.
What's my big? Okay, well, let's see. Okay. Any
Kinks.
Okay, yeah, wait.
Beatles,
Hi-Fi and pro audio can be okay. Absolutely.
The
okay.
Kinks.
So it was a funny story. Yeah, that is a funny story. Shit, I'm late. That's all right, man. You're still good, brother.
Yeah.
Any speaker recommendations for classical music? Avant-garde horns. Kinks, Beatles. Sorry, Kinks are greater than Beatles. Sorry, dude. You know what? I like the Kinks. Okay, I like the Kinks. They're cool.
Yeah.
I'd have to probably revisit their earlier stuff, but the Kinks seem like kind of a one-trick pony.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a very specific vibe.
Yeah, they don't have.
It's cool. Nothing sounds like
run
that.
The gamut.
But the Beatles, the Beatles
they run the gamut. They got a wide spectrum, right, of different music. Where Kinks is very specific.
Right. Like if you had to listen to one band for the rest of your life on a thing, and you were to listen to the Kinks, you'd want to shoot yourself after a while. But the Beatles is gonna sound so different.
It could be different.
You know,
you could change it up.
Yellow
you
Submarine.
You could listen to the early stuff. And then you could trip out and listen to their later stuff. You know, you could depending on your
trip
mood.
out and listen to the earlier
Some
stuff.
of it's kind of rockish, some of it's real folky. You know, some of it's poppy.
Anyways,
you know?
Kinks are super cool though. It's hard to get as
Kinks,
cool
it's like
as
the
the
Ramones.
Kinks.
I love the Ramones.
It's hard to get to that level of coolness, you know.
Yeah,
for
the Kinks are definitely cool. There's no
good
question.
one. Paradiddle.
Don't even try and pronounce them, dude.
It's Paradiddle.
You're trying to pronounce everybody's name.
I think you should, don't you think? Take the time to just take a look at it and actually take the second to just read it.
Just to go, yeah, dude.
Well, yeah, but they appreciate that probably, Paradiddle. It's Paradiddle for sure.
Okay, so what is Paradiddle?
Sure.
Now that he's pushing it.
Paradiddle.
Now that you're pushing it.
Paradiddle.
Why don't we ask him? What is it? Paradiddle. Is that a name?
That's his last name.
It's French.
Paradiddle.
Paradiddle.
It's like French bread. French bread. Paradiddle.
Paradiddle. Oh, wow. That's clever.
French bread.
Paradiddle.
Anyways, yeah. Harrison. We got a Harrison. There's a Beatles guy right there. Chuck. What's up, Chuck?
Chuck's a good buddy.
Biggest problem with review channels.
What's your biggest problem with review channels? My biggest problem is that they are you would think that it was your peers, right? On the Hi-Fi channels. And they came across that way, but really what I'm finding is that they're also part of the machine. They're getting sponsored, they're getting free gear. It's the same strokery that a magazine is, but it's in video format.
Strokery, that's like dildosity.
Strokery. It's like dildosity. It's the same dildosity. It's the same ridiculousness.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same you know, we're on the grift.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. And what they do is they do beautiful videos, you know, and I get it, but man, they swoon you with the fluff again.
Right. Which you don't do.
I don't do.
That's what I hear. Mikey's
you know,
pissing some people off.
I use my damn phone. No, that doesn't piss people off. It's like
it pisses people off because you're honest about it, and they don't want.
That's honest.
You're
I'm
talking
about video production quality. That's something different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, some people like to see video production quality like it's a TV channel.
Right.
You know, and if I did that, I would hire a production crew.
Who prefers poor quality, like such as ourselves right here, right now. Woo!
Yeah.
All the shadows and stuff, you know. That's
whatever.
Good, it's real. It's
whatever,
real.
dude.
It's real.
You know, I'm getting a message across.
Yeah, you are.
You know, let me ask you guys. Okay,
yes.
There's 69 of you watching right now. Great number. By the way, let me ask you guys. Would you? Okay, you've seen my videos. My videos are shot with what?
Hanson is more prolific than the Beatles. Victor, but for why for you do this, Victor? That's so funny.
So anyways, so anyways, that took away where was I going, man? I was about ready to get serious about something, man.
Sorry.
You just
man. Well, Hanson was.
I know. Stop reading. Okay, let's like listen to what I'm talking about.
Okay. You forgot. It's okay.
Damn it.
Video quality.
Yeah, I'm asking you guys. Do you want? Okay, so I shoot from the hip using my unscripted. I shoot using my cell phone. Okay. Right now I'm using a Logitech, you know, cam with my desktop. So would you like my channel better if I did better video production? Because I'm considering it. I've talked to video. I'm not asking you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm asking them. I want to know from you guys. Is it about the content or is it about the fluff? And I know there can be a happy medium, but I think mine is pretty happy medium. I do an all right job. You know, I think, yeah, the lighting's not good. I could have this farther behind me, you know, and all that stuff where I'm in the room and it's a little darker back there and I do proper lighting. I have the, you know, I don't have the shiny shit on my forehead.
Get a little powder on your forehead, yeah.
You know, I do a little powdery thing. I powder puff my armpits. The boys want to see the powder, yeah. You know, totally. You know, let me know. What do you guys think? What's my biggest problem with review? Okay, yeah. So I went over them. They're fake. They're becoming fake.
At least Weekthar pulled it back. We said, okay, maybe not.
Maybe not.
You just want to see the reaction. You got a reaction. That was a good one, though.
That was funny.
That stopped me dead in the tracks. That's funny.
Bop. Bop.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Beatles wrote good tunes.
Beatles wrote good tunes that have been covered by several different types of artists over time. So,
yeah, absolutely.
And it's just it's good stuff. It's stuff I can listen to again and again and again, and I don't get sick of it.
Yep.
So that's why I value it.
Yeah, absolutely.
PJ, what is your take on dynamic range compression?
What's my take on dynamic range compression? If you're referring to
like recordings when you compress it.
Yeah. You know, I like the natural compression that comes off of like magnetic tape. I think that sounds cool. If that's kind of what you're talking about. And I mean, well, it depends. I don't know exactly what he's asking there. I mean, I used to use compressors in very interesting ways where you were just one part of the singer's voice would be. Are you having a half-ass smile over there again?
Yeah, because I'm.
God damn, he's a shit-eating grin.
No, you cannot have your own inferior opinion.
Yeah. Whatever.
It's funny. That's funny.
Well, yeah. So like a certain part of the a singer's voice, for example, it was annoying, and you could just scoop out that one specific, and then just have you know it compressed just that, you know, so you could actually just see it, just pull that out, and so it would be, you know, get pretty creative with a lot of stuff like that. But if you're just talking about the full dynamic range of like a recording, you know, it's good when done tastefully, you know, so you barely hear it, but you notice it. You
it's
know,
a spice, delicious, used sparingly.
Oh, wow. Easy on that deal.
Just a little
dash,
a little dash
of spice.
But
yeah, you know, it's kind of like a really nice car, like a classy car. You don't really know what it is about it that you like, rather than like the gold rims and the dark windows and the, you know, it's just kind of has a nice. So I think when done tastefully, it's good, if that's what he was asking.
Okay, cool. So necessary in the production side of things. Nick says he's got 2 Les Pauls, a gold top standard and a custom and a telly.
What kind of telly? That's what we want to know. I'm thinking about getting a telly Ultra, the Texas T, super sweet. I've wanted to play tellys. I own a telly. I've owned several. I keep getting rid of them. I just haven't found the one that I love. And I noticed that I like the ones with the humbuckers, which the Tele Ultra doesn't have humbuckers. It's got the single coil, but it's just sounded great. I think it's the maple versus the rosewood. I'm a much more of a rosewood feller myself. If you're asking,
I'm kind of a Ubangi wood.
yeah. See, yeah, he doesn't know. It's the same thing with the things like, oh yeah, 5 ohms. It's what was it? I can't remember what kind of speaker that. What was it? The Apogee. What's the Apogee
Scintilla.
makes? Apogee Scintilla. See, Apogees have always been known to make really good
It's
80D.
a different company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
For pro audio, that was the
Apogee
business.
makes
That was
good-
the bee's
good-
knees.
good
It's two different companies?
Yeah.
How can they do that?
Apogee speakers. They're no longer in business.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
good.
It's from me.
Let's go. What kind of telly? Yeah, good. You want out of business? Good. The telly.
Okay.
Yeah. So I
So
like
you
the
can tell
old
us.
school
Nick will
ones.
tell us what
Okay,
kind
Nick.
of telly it is.
Nicky. We gotta
Hey,
meet
I'm
Butch.
planning to Mikal. I'm planning to change industry. I'm a music enthusiast like you guys. Enjoy the gear as well. Think I have good ears. How to start earning money working with sound for start. Okay, that's a question for you.
Yep.
How does he make money working?
Buzinski. See, it's Buzinski. I'm gonna pronounce it. That's
No,
right. Yeah, it's totally.
Why is he
Brzezinski.
got to try and
Because I think it's
pronounce
important. I
everything,
like
dude?
to do that. I
Yeah,
like
but
to
what
do
if
it.
you mispronounce it? You're going to offend somebody.
Well, oh, they're gonna get butthurt.
There's several levels of butthurt.
Totally.
This is science.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chad Buzinski. Buzinski. Anyways.
Yeah.
Um. Okay. So. Well, depends on what you want to do, and you know, if you're going to as a career or whatnot. A good way to get involved with it is to go. Well, it depends on what angle of the music industry you want to get into. If you want the music industry, see, he's in a totally different industry than I'm in. You know, I would recommend
asking about sound for a start.
mean,
How to
let-
start
let me-
earning money working with sound. Mikal, are you talking about working in a recording studio in the professional level? Or are you talking about HiFi?
Yeah.
Why don't you stipulate? Let us know what you mean.
It kind of depends on your, you know. I mean, I don't want
working with sound for what, concerts?
Well,
for
I was going to say
shows,
as a
for
assistant
nightclub,
engineer, you know,
or
you
an
can get in
engineer?
because assistants. If you and I was going to say it kind of depends on his age. Not that that's 100%, but I mean, if you're young and ready to go at a career, and then you just can go to a recording studio and ask if they're looking for assistants, and you're the guy out there saying, you know, move the mic, move it around until it sounds right, and doing all sorts of, you know, stuff that is of an assistant nature. Then they see that you're on time, you're responsible, you're not coming in high and drunk. You know, you're able to show that you're reliable and you have integrity. Then you can start moving your way up in that. Otherwise, if you want to get into another angle, you know, could be actually starting to do 3-song demos. You know, you could probably watch YouTube and figure out how to record on Pro Tools and start recording 3-song demos for people. That's how I actually started. Was just I started doing my own. Once I learned, I started recording for other people so I could make money, and then I started doing original music scoring. So I would record my stuff for commercials and started pitching it to people, and I just didn't give up. I mean, it's beautiful when you're not really aware of what's involved sometimes, because then you just go for it. Like if anybody told me, and if I actually knew, I would have not. There's no way.
That same
I'm
thing
like,
with
really?
me.
On that, I had no idea. You know.
Same thing with me in audio design. You know, if like the stuff that I came up with, because my mind is not constrained by college. You know, or you know, electrical engineering school. You know, I mean, I think outside the box and I create stuff that nobody would have thought of if they took school, because it goes outside of the box. So,
right. So what you do to answer your question is to figure out what angle you want to be in it. See, I got to a point too where I said, as long as I'm in the music industry, it could be anything. I want to be in the music industry, and that could have been from a producer to an attorney. You know, because I was like, I decided that's what I wanted. Okay. So you have to decide. Is that too long-winded? Too deep in it? Okay, gotcha.
Stealing the show, bro.
Copy. All right, sorry. All right, okay. HiFi over here. All right, PJ.
Do you use VB audio software?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do I follow?
I have to look into that though. I'm gonna look into it. I don't know what that is.
VB, you have to check it out. Use Pro Tools, right?
Yeah, I use Pro Tools. There's probably a lot of new stuff that's out. I've been out of the recording for a while. I worked for Tyler Perry, was my last gig doing
audio post-production.
Yeah, but I was doing audio post was what I was doing. A lot of like sound design and mix for Meet the Browns and House of Pain. So we were strictly using, we had a ton of different plugins, but you know, basically just mixing shows out of Pro Tools using our standard mixing.
Okay,
so I won't steal the show.
Yeah, so you don't use VB audio. So okay.
Yeah.
Do I follow any other HiFi reviewers? I do not. I do not follow anything. I have very low tolerance. Oh God, it's just, I don't want to go into it, but it's like a lot of times reading reviews and stuff. Reading reviews is a little better because I can stop reading like just instantly, but I'm a little more captive with a video. And just the things that people say, it's hard for me to watch. It gives me anxiety because it's like they're training people. People are watching them sometimes. Like I look at some audio reviewers, especially on YouTube, they have like, 100,000 people or close. And they're so new at this. They're total wet behind their ears. Good for them. They've done a great job building a YouTube channel, but they don't have any experience in hi-fi. Many of them, none at all, man. But they have a lot of viewers. And as viewers, you guys think, well, because they've got a lot of viewers, because they got a lot of subs, it means that they know their shit. And it totally doesn't.
They don't.
What it means is they know how to build a YouTube channel. They know how to affiliate market. They know how to do all the bells and whistles that are available to them. And they're trying to capitalize on the YouTube channel, monetizing it.
Great distinction.
Okay. I don't, man, if I put all the pedal to the metal, I would have at least double the subs that I do. I don't use any of the tricks, any of the tools, any of the crap that you do.
Why don't you, Michael?
Because I'm not interested in making money from YouTube. I'm not trying to be a YouTube star.
Wow.
This isn't where
you could have a Lambo, though.
I don't give a shit, dude. I wouldn't buy a Lambo if I had the money.
Yeah?
No.
Wow.
I'd buy something else.
What would you buy?
Probably a Porsche.
Really?
Something that's drivable. Yeah.
So same thing, different flavor.
GT, no, not at all the same thing.
But I'm saying it's
Porsche
a car.
Is no.
A car. It's a
well,
vehicle.
you're asking about a car, right?
Yeah. I mean,
so you're saying yes, about anything, I buy a house, but I might buy a helicopter if it's like whatever. I'd go learn how to fly a helo.
That's cool. That'd be sweet.
I would, whatever. But yeah, if it was a car, I'm more of probably something that I could daily drive. A Lambo is not a daily driver.
Yeah.
Maybe it is. I don't think it's probably the most comfortable thing.
Is
whatever.
a Porsche a daily driver?
Totally.
Which Porsche would you get?
I would get a Carrera, like the 911, like the base model.
GT3?
No big fins and angles and tear dams and shit. No, I like the classic.
There you go.
Still fast enough,
Yeah.
Then you put an engine, you keep it a sleeper, man.
I'd get one of the Hummer H1s, like those really wide ones, then have it made electric.
We're happy for you.
Oh, I'm just saying, that's what I would do. That'd be sweet. I mean, if you had that much dough, that'd be cool. Don't you think?
I don't know.
No?
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
That could be a daily driver.
I'm
you
not
could get groceries.
Okay, let's see. Talking about getting people butthurt. When is the next audio autopsy? Well, it'll be like it'll be next week, and it'll be a Viola Labs cadence, the amplifier that I have the Viola Labs, just to show you how intense it is.
You pull it apart and look inside.
I show them the inside.
There you go. Look at that thing. Look at
it's not going to get anybody butthurt because I'm not going to be. I'm going to be showing you something that's cool. Really good.
How often do you do that?
That's
kind of cool. You pull it apart and just kind of like
show them how bullshit some of the shit is.
You're like, look at this beautiful exterior, and look at the inside. Look at the bullshit work.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Nice. That's cool. I want to see that. That's pretty cool.
I get skewered every time I do it. The industry hates me. They can't stand it because I expose.
Is that why you keep telling me to go start your car in the morning?
What are you talking about?
Wants to make sure it doesn't explode.
Oh, yeah.
Kaboom. You're like, hey, dude, go start my car for me. I don't know. Now I know why.
Yeah. One band the rest of my life, cool. Modest Mouse. You know what? I don't know much about them.
Are they from Minneapolis? I think I know a guy from that band.
Modest Mouse?
Yeah.
Are they from Minneapolis?
I think if they are, then I met the dude. I used to hang
I'll have to listen to it, man.
A long time ago. I think
I know it's supposed to be pretty killer, but I haven't checked it out.
Muy interesante.
He got it completely right. Your bro abides.
It's right. I got it right.
What? You got right.
Perido.
Yeah?
Perido. Yeah. Perido. French bread.
Bread.
French bread.
French.
Is a French.
That's some creme fraiche.
I make my own bread.
I want some creme fraiche from my baguette.
Wow. That was a terrible French person accent. The accent for the man. They got the bread is very nice and crunchy. I like the crunchy bread. I make my own bread. Do you make your own bread?
Yeah, I got a bread maker.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just throw all the shit into the bin and press the button.
I just do it old school. Old school. Huh.
It
Push the
mixes it
button.
up,
Yeah.
Make some good, but I don't eat bread.
You guys make your. Oh
I don't
yeah.
eat bread
Oh,
anymore.
yeah.
Trying to lose the gut. I got a loaf of bread on the front.
Yeah,
of
you
my
do
head.
little Susie in there.
Yeah.
Making a little Susie.
Okay.
That's what you call
The
it.
entire Beatles catalog is
Call it
pretty much
Susie.
unmatched. Thank you, Nick.
Nicky.
The progression
baby.
of their music was insane from album to album. Totally, brother. See, Nick knows music.
Nick
I
knows
know
what's going
music.
on.
Nick knows music.
Nicky, baby.
Nick managed a record store.
Oh.
In addition to being a
Right.
guitar god,
Yeah.
in addition
Mhm.
to touring with a band across the globe.
That's right.
You know, Nick's got some experience under his belt, and he knows.
Yep. Huh. Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin,
Floyd,
Deep Purple, Black Sabbath.
I love Sabbath. You're naming all my favorite bands. Rush. Yes, you know what? I gotta say, Yes is super talented, but it's hard for me to listen to Yes for very long.
Yeah.
It's one of those bands I greatly respect.
Yes,
and I love them, but
I
man,
agree.
how many times do you listen to Roundabout before you want to kill somebody?
You know? The hills.
Yeah, Iron Maiden's another hard one too. It's cool shit, but it's like Joe Satriani, not my thing, man. Even though the Satchman is good, he's mad respect. Not my dude. I don't know Opeth, but I think it's metal.
Massive Attack,
Opeth is like
Teardrop.
Opeth.
I don't know what
It
it's called.
sounds like it's like Wicca. Doesn't it? With that name, Opeth sounds like
Oprah.
Wicca.
Sounds like
Opeth.
Oprah.
It sounds like black magic.
I don't like that stuff.
I don't.
I'm not down with that scary stuff.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
Massive Attack.
Black Sabbath is about as far as I
cool.
take
Bjork,
that. You know what I'm
Bjork
saying?
is cool.
Bjork is very cool.
Man,
Sugar
I
Cubes
like
were cool.
Yep.
You hear Sugar Cubes?
Greater than the Beatles.
Yeah.
Well, clearly, there's no way, dude. There's no way.
Yeah, so look, that's
it
I
all depends.
was like with the guy with the white until he said greater than the Beatles. That's such a subjective thing.
That's right.
Because those guys wouldn't have been who they were.
Well, that's what we have to ask. What we have to ask is
what one must ask
is in what regard? I mean, you're giving us your opinion.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm
right. He's laying it out there like it's the truth.
I'm saying. Look at all the factors about the Beatles.
Let's look at the factors.
Look at how they pioneered rock and roll in the United States, dude. They
like
brought
Lewis and Clark of the music industry.
Chuck Berry,
Pioneers.
probably started it, but you look at the Beatles and how they changed music.
Yeah. And they took a lot of acid.
Pink Floyd didn't fucking change music. Now look, I love Pink Floyd. They didn't pioneer shit. They just did it different. But they didn't pioneer shit. Frickin' Beatles pioneered some shit, brother. Definitely.
But look, I understand what he's saying.
Purple, I get where he's coming from.
I get what you're saying.
Beatles is pop. Zeppelin wasn't pop. Beatles was pop at the time.
Yeah.
Deep Purple. Yeah, this is killer shit. Black Sabbath totally pioneered metal. Okay.
Yeah.
Sabbath where they did breakthrough shit. Okay, they were breaking new grounds. Rush, prog music totally broke that in. It was killer rock at the beginning. It was, all the way through, but then it kind of got progressive. But I Rush's first album, man, I love that album.
Greater than the Beatles.
Iron Maiden, greater than the Beatles. Are you fucking high, dude?
Dude.
Iron Maiden, greater than the Beatles.
You got to put the blunt down, bro.
Oh, Opeth better than the Beatles.
Down.
Massive Attack. Bjork better than the Beatles?
Ooh,
no.
Now listen, I can say that
I respect your opinion.
He may say, you enjoy listening to them more than the Beatles. I could get with you on that one, but not to say greater than the Beatles. No, those guys are pioneers, man.
There's no band greater.
Dude, imagine going from "I Want to Hold Your Hand" to like number 9 and
Revolution 9,
that kind of shit, dude.
Yeah.
Nicky threw it down on that one. He was saying, from album to album.
Nicky knows the progression of the music.
Hey, W, we're not knocking you. Just saying. That's a little tall statement there.
But I respect your stuff that you threw down. I'm gonna have to listen to Opeth because I have no idea what the hell it is, but it sounds like Wiccan. I'll bet you they all wear black. I'll bet you the names of their songs are
we need a Jamie. We need a Jamie.
Let's see right now. Let's look up. We're gonna look up Opeth.
Yeah.
Now.
But yeah, man, that's a tall statement to say greater than. I think you know what we're talking about here, right? You can't say greater than because that's just an opinion. But those are all great bands. Okay, Zeppelin was pretty intense. Now, how about the which I know you don't like the Greta Van Fleet.
Don't even start me with Greta Van Fleet.
Let's talk about Greta. No.
I like
her.
First, let's do Opeth.
I think, look, if anybody can sing like that, dude, I personally dig them. I like them. I like those kids. They're good.
Whatever. We're not talking about that yet.
I am.
Okay.
I'm talking.
Let's see. Okay, so hang on.
Here we go. We're gonna find out
You
what
gotta go through
Opeth
the
is.
damn ads. Okay.
But
Yes,
yep, Drago, Clander.
Yeah, I know him.
Clander.
Okay, wait. Okay, so let's see. Here's
Clander.
Opeth. Let's see if
We're listening to Opeth now.
See if this is better than the Beatles.
Yeah, let's hear better than the Beatles. Okay, he's strumming a G chord for quite a long time now. Shang digga digga shang digga digga shang digga digga. It's like
Irish.
No, it's like meets Clint Eastwood. It's like
High Plains Drifter.
WA, buddy.
See, look, it's a murky, dark forest.
Or scoot it forward. Let's see if it changes. It's gonna do the same shit.
There's ash. It looks like there's ash in the forest.
Just scoot it forward.
Okay.
Oh no.
Pledge
Dude.
yourself to me.
Listen to this. Oh.
Never leave me be.
WA, buddy.
He's controlling a woman.
I think we've heard enough.
Sweat breaks on my brow.
Don't you think we've heard enough?
I'm having fun here.
Yeah, I'm not.
I know it's hard to judge a band by one song.
It's hard for me to listen to this.
Maybe this is a bad tune.
It's just a bad tune. Tell me that it's a bad tune.
You gotta tell us. Is
Harvest.
I get it.
I think they could open for Yes.
They could open for Yes.
Definitely.
They could open for Yes. Yep.
Not for the Beatles.
What's shaking, Drago? Sorry. What's going on, Daniel?
But we appreciate your position.
So clearly brothers. I know, totally, man. We're absolutely from the same.
Uptown Reef. Nice.
Came out of mama's vagina.
That's right. We was in a vaginal vault. You know what I'm saying?
We're like,
hello. We're like, blink.
2 years apart.
Yeah.
I was I made room for you.
Did you?
It was easier for you to
come
out.
I just popped right out.
I was just like, I was all tight.
We're both cesarean babies.
That's right. We came out the belly.
I wonder what that means. Does that mean like your actual horoscope, which I don't know about that stuff, but if that's actually
our heads didn't get squeezed.
But you know what I'm saying? Does that the vagina didn't squeeze the head?
It didn't squeeze the head.
Didn't make you live with the cone head.
Didn't make you do cone head.
We
got nice round skulls.
Nice round scobus.
It didn't get squeezed.
We like to call it a scobus.
Through the uterus.
Totally.
Through the fallopian.
Totally. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, man. Okay. I'm still trying to get over that guy just said that those dudes are better than the Beatles.
I will keep it real with
getting a reaction.
Vids.
Yeah. Dude.
Yes, man.
W-A.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Fuck no, your vids are perfectly fine. The info is there. Okay, good. You guys like it? Oh, okay, cool. So you guys are talking about not polishing it up and making it all pretty.
Yeah, there we go.
Don't turn Hollywood. Okay, good.
Nicky
video
baby.
audio quality improvement.
So WA's name just turned to W.
Welcome. Okay, so
and
maybe
Nicky
a little
baby's
bit.
Nicky. What happened to the booch?
Honestly, over video production all day. And I work, honesty over video production. Okay. And I work in audio in films.
Yeah.
Honesty is always best. Okay.
There you go. Do it live.
So no fluff. Mikey should do Mikey. Live. There's no fluffing on this channel. Nope. Right. No fluffing. No fluffers allowed.
You're not a fluffer.
No fluff.
I'm not a fluffer. You're not a fluffer.
No.
Fluffers are a little different.
I'm not a catcher.
You're not a catcher? No, are you a pitcher?
I'm a pitcher.
You're a pitcher?
Yeah. Oh boy.
Wow. Okay.
When you review,
reel it back in. Reel it back in. Reel it back in.
What? When you review sound systems, it would be nice if you use better mics.
It would be nice.
Care about the video quality. So why does it sound crappy?
When we review sound systems, it would be nice if you use better mics.
Yeah, I mean,
not care about the video quality.
So the mics on the cell phone are supposed to be pretty freaking good. And people can hear really good on it.
Well, yeah, but if you're talking to an audio guy, like on my end of the audio spectrum, you want to be using like a Neumann U87 or something, but that's going to color the sound a little bit. It's going to give it some air.
Plug that into your cell phone, bro. I need something that plugs into the cell phone because I'm doing a video like this. Like I'm using my cell phone, so I need a USB-C device that goes out to
update your stuff, man. You have to get it better. You could, I don't know, you'd have to go out into I know that's going to be weird because it would have to go down.
I've got Earthworks mics, like two perfectly matched stereo mics from Earthworks.
Perfectly matched?
Yeah.
Are they fluted?
Perfectly matched. They're not fluted.
Are they fluted? They're not fluted? Huh.
Yep.
Well, hey,
But
maybe
yeah,
ask
but
the guy.
Dave,
Hey, what do you
but that's
think,
what
buddy?
I'm asking Dave.
Davey,
Does it
buddy.
sound bad? You know, are you getting?
Well,
a feeling-
clearly he's saying it would be nice if you used better mics, and he's saying off your fucking cell phone. He's saying use something like
use a
like
professional 4K
well-
camera and like all that shit. Then we get into the fluff.
Okay.
That's like, you know, trying to make it all beautiful. You know?
How could you do that though? Well, actually, you could. Here we go. But if you did record from like a Neumann or a Sennheiser into, but see, then you're going into tube amps and stuff, mic pre's that are going to color it. But then you go into Pro Tools, and then
So
you go
I'm
from
gonna
Pro
go.
Tools.
So I'm gonna go over to some guy's house with a rack of gear.
No, you would just
set up.
No,
because when he's talking about when I review sound systems, I'm going places.
Oh,
and I'm just
Well, no,
doing.
you can
Here's how it sounds here.
Mhm.
Here's how it sounds in this guy's room.
right.
Here's how it sounds over here. Here's how it sounds in this store.
You're
Here's
taking
this-
over the show right now, Mike.
It's because it's my freaking show, bro.
Listen, here's what you do. You take one Neumann U87, right? And you go into a D to A or A to D converter into Pro Tools on a laptop. And then from there, you just make a sound file and you go listen and then you play it.
Dude, no,
No, you don't want to do
I'm
that?
not a sound engineer, and I don't want to be.
Okay.
That's the last thing
I
I
are
want to
an
do is
engineer.
learn for freaking Pro Tools.
I are an engineer.
No, I'm not.
Well, so that's what he's saying. So
Okay, yeah,
the
no,
answer
no,
to his
but
question
he-
is because he doesn't want to fuck with it.
Yeah, because I don't want to fuck with it. That's totally true.
But, you could bring me along until
Yeah.
I could be
Well,
your
the
water
content
boy.
is the most important, but the stuff you sell is high class gear. Yes, it is. 60th anniversary 06 American Deluxe Tele.
Yeah, okay.
Did you get that?
Yeah, okay. I'm into the, well,
Content.
that's a nice
Thanks,
guitar,
Shelly.
but I like the vintage
Appreciate
stuff
you.
myself. And I know an Ultra's not vintage, but
I'm a sound supervisor in feature films.
what do you have to say?
Cool, you work in that industry too.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Victor,
Victor,
sound supervisor.
Victor,
Ah,
are you
one
the
of
guy
those
that
guys.
did the train that rented the train that had you did for that film you recorded a train and he rented like 5
Cool.
miles of track.
Nice.
I think that might be the guy.
Sweet.
Is that you, Vic?
There you go.
StreamYard is working well. Sounds good. Cool.
I did
buddy.
the sound for the Madden.
I don't want high video
football
quality.
game,
This isn't
games.
porn.
Yeah.
You want
Waka chicka,
AMSR
waka chicka.
with the
Oh my
with the
God.
lasagna?
Oh my God, dude, Mikey,
Yeah.
Mikey,
Come on.
reel
I
it
said
back
lasagna,
in,
dude.
reel
It's
it back
lasagna.
in,
It's
reel
not-
it back
there's
in.
nothing wrong with lasagna.
Oh my God, the ASMR. Then you went. That's just
Like the
gross, dude.
squirrel.
Oh my
ASR close up on the lasagna.
Lord, have mercy.
Like your Amir Audio Science. You like Amir Audio? Oh yeah, I love Amir Audio Science review. Yuck. Those
Wow.
guys, I won't even make comments on them. They're it's such a different speed. It's totally, man, if you're into this because that's not hi-fi. That's like science. That's like they're getting into like weird specs. They're not even listening. They don't even know how to listen, man. They're lab coats and smoking crack.
I concur.
It's like, yeah, it's not fun, man. What Amir does is there's nothing fun about that shit at all.
Banana plug too
You
tight
know.
to insert into a Maggie. I think I
What
had that
to
problem.
do
Magnum
if
pen?
a banana plug is too tight to insert into a Maggie? Maybe crimp it down smaller with pliers. If you dare, a banana plug should fit into a Magnapan without any crimping.
I think you just got to get it straight
if
because I
the-
had some Magnum pants. You got me those?
Yeah.
And I had that problem, I remember, but you just have to like be on your knees down and get it
If
exactly
it's
straight
too
in.
tight, you probably got to pull that little set screw out and make sure that the set screw's not in there. If you have a set screw still in there, that can be impeding on that clearance a little bit. So
And
you
this-
have to back it. I take the whole damn set screw out and then try and fit the banana plug in, and you might have better luck.
Are the spades
because-
basically the banana plug, which is they're free floating? Is that what it is? Like it's got the
No.
same little no?
Spade is a fork.
Okay, I shut up now.
Yeah. If you can't
I
pronounce
Saying.
adekun,
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go with Gamadi.
Oh my God! Can you
Okay.
pronounce
Hang on.
Abgari Muyagi Yagi?
Wow.
Agbari Muyagi Yagi.
Oh,
Agbari
look at
Agbari Muyagi
Wow.
Yagi.
Yeah,
I'd say
yeah.
Agbari Muyagi Yagi.
Agbari.
Agbari
Moya.
Muyagi Yagi.
Can everybody else see the questions too?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys try it.
I think that's
Do an
easier.
audio thing. Yeah, yeah.
Adekunle.
Gadi umbagi
Adekunle
galagi
could
bagi.
be.
Gudi bagalagi.
It could be Adekunle. It could be
Adekunle.
Adekunle. I would say Adekunle.
Kunlingi.
Agbari
Okay, okay. You've had your chance.
Agbari
Moving on to the
Muyagi
next one.
Yagi.
Next
Okay.
one. Next one. Okay.
Why don't Charles is throwing me what?
Charles
being a smart ass.
You're like Jay's Audio Lab?
Yeah.
Who's the one guy? Yeah, the one guy. The long hair dude. He's always, I don't know. He was actually
that's-
dogging you.
What guy?
Remember the one guy? The one guy? Who's dogging
Bald
you?
dude?
No, I thought he had long hair. They all dog him.
No.
They don't like him. They don't like any honesty.
No, they don't dog me. It's
I want to be one of those turntable record player dudes that you're like, dude, you don't need it. And I'm like, but I want it.
There's nothing wrong with that. I don't care.
I want to
hear if people want it. It doesn't. I'm just saying. All I'm just trying to say is that people don't need it. If you're new to the hobby and you go to the magazines and you read the magazines, quickly you're going to think you need records to be a real audiophile.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying no, you don't.
You don't.
You do it because you love records and you love nostalgia and you love record hunting and you love the ritual. That's
if I could have it anyway, and I had all the dough, and I had someone to run around, a little audio guy that I could have go do whatever, I would get the reel to reel where you just go click and it's like spinning and back. But you got to switch out the whole thing, right? I'd have a little run around guy or girl and say, go throw it on.
No,
right?
You just do it. It's just ritual.
It's ritual.
Yeah.
But that's cool. I think that's cool.
Tangerine Dream, a Porcupine Tree. Yeah, I know. Somebody turned me on to Porcupine Tree.
Oh, yeah.
With Alex Lifeson. It was pretty killer, man. It was cool stuff. And Tangerine Dream is bedtime music for me. I use Tangerine Dream to go to sleep. You know, that's like killer for sleeping.
Undisclosed Mexico
Beatles have
Beach.
ovaries. Punk has testicles. Well, I'd rather have ovaries than testicles. You may like the testicles. Go for it, bro. I'm not here to judge. I'm into ovaries.
You do the testicles, we'll do the ovaries.
You do the testicles over there.
You got the balls.
We'll do the ovaries, all right?
We got the other stuff, all right?
Okay.
Park. Yeah, I used to listen to, actually, when I was a young lad, I'd go to the, I was totally in hardcore, like Black Flag and Exploited and MDT. And
you used to have a mohawk, dude. A fucking fin.
Yep.
Straight bald with a big razor with a fin, like GBH, right down the middle of his head.
MDC, GBH, Terminal Junkies.
Yeah.
All those dudes. Black Flag, seen them many times.
I talked to Henry Rollins.
I talked to
Henry Rollins.
You guys are buddies. He's got testicles. You want some testicles? That guy's got some testicles.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's got some testicles.
Someday maybe he'll come on the show. We'll see once I get more.
Speaking of testicles, no pun intended.
Once I'm super famous.
Yeah, totally sweet. Beatles have
What's up, Jason? Jason's in Mexico. Sweet, dude. He's getting the killer food.
Nice.
Coronas.
Yep.
Kicking it.
Totally. You can't feel his face.
Leaving Friday for 90210. Are you?
Nice.
Oh,
David.
It's Friday. The show's already here. Oh my god, dude. That's last minute. Shit. Well, Dave, you might have to go without me, brother. Not David Blumenstein, but David Olson. I don't know that I can make it on Friday to there because what day is it? Yeah, man, it's the end. I'm going to Seattle, bro. I can't do both.
Neve and SSL.
Favorite consoles or preamps that you have worked on?
Neve, SSL. Boink.
Neve and SSL.
Yep.
I'll have an SSL.
I mean, what else can you say? It's pretty much it. The Rupert Neves designs stuff, and
the Ramones ain't punk.
You see how we just whizzed right past that one?
Yeah, because it's not for my channel, dude. That's a quick thing.
Well, hey, this is for everybody to share. We're all sharing.
You just said it. Neve and SSL.
Wow,
There's no more to be said.
Move right on.
Yeah, the Ramones ain't punk. They were a boy band. The Sex Pistols were stylistically manufactured by McLaren and Westwood.
Wow.
David knows.
That guy's got the inside scoop.
David knows. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, David knows.
McLaren.
He knows.
Oh, we saw that at McLaren. Was that with me, where the red car almost smashed into that McLaren?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's different, but the same. All right. Wow. Huh.
The Beatles versus the Monkeys. Oh.
Oh my God.
No.
Hey, we're the Monkeys.
Keeps don't monkey around. Da 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 da.
There we go.
Hey, we're
the Monkeys. And
this is the dance.
Stop. You got totally. I like the Jughead dance.
Yeah.
Remember Jughead?
I remember
Archie. Jughead. That's some good stuff.
Beatles versus the Monkeys.
Monkey
How to judge whether or not an artist is great. Influence on other artists, record sales, awards from their peers.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true. You know, those are very good points. Now, record sales have nothing to do with whether, in my opinion, it doesn't have nothing to do, but there are artists that are complete shit that have sold a ton of records.
Well, see, again, this is all complete
William
opinion.
Hung. Remember what they did with William Hung?
Who was William Hung?
She bang. the Asian kid that was half retarded that did "She Bang" by Ricky Martin.
Hey, that's not very
whatever, dude.
Politically correct.
Listen, and he was on American Idol.
Yeah.
And they turned him into a star.
Yeah.
Get his backpack on and shit. To me, that was Hollywood showing, flexing, saying, our production makes the artist. It's not the artist. Because at one point, the artist flexed to the record labels, like, we're the art, and you need us.
Like,
and I think they were flexing back, saying, we can make a half retard sell records.
I don't really like him calling him retard, man. He was a good little fella, bless his little heart.
Okay,
I liked him. Yeah, you wanted to go.
How to judge whether or not an artist? Okay, yeah, Zeppelin.
Okay, but Zeppelin is the best.
Zeppelin's pretty killer.
We like your. We all have an opinion. The best, but yes, Zeppelin is pretty damn stellar. Zeppelin was.
They were breaking new ground too.
They were breaking big time ground.
They were. That was man.
Zeppelin.
In that time in the 70s.
I'll have to say.
I think between the 60s and the 70s. The bands that were coming out, the albums that were coming out were so intense.
I know.
Like, so
well, dude, when you take that much LSD, it's kind of hard not to.
But still, no, it's just like, it's because of its progression in the evolution of music. That time was a fruitful time. Now we've got everything's been done almost, right?
Progression, evolution.
Now you got to mix rap with country to get anything new.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Speaking of which, yeah, totally. Yeah.
It's like,
what's his name? Yeah.
Ramones were a boy band. Forgive him.
But let me get, the Zeppelin, I would say to P-Blinks 63 is I kind of, I'm between the two, I would probably rather listen to Led Zeppelin. See, but that's going back to the respect of like who's better. Like, you can't say who's better, but Beatles, I think, had more influence on the music culture and moving forward, and we're very prolific. But I like kind of listening to Zeppelin better. It's got just much more stank on it. You know what I mean? It's cooler.
It's cooler. It's tougher.
I just do wheelies, shooting your gun, jumping over something, burning something on fire. Zeppelin.
But Beatles is everyday music to me. I don't think Zeppelin is necessarily everyday. Every situation, every person.
Right.
Beatles, you can with kids,
women,
old ladies, old men.
Yep.
The whole gamut. Everybody loves
Michael
the
Jackson.
Zeppelin.
Yep.
You got to be
you got to be
burnout.
Smoke a little herb.
You got to wear leather and smoke cigs, in high school.
That's right.
To like Led Zeppelin.
That's right. Yeah.
Those are the burnouts.
Yeah.
But
it's
I
good
was
stuff.
there. I was hanging with them.
I was with them.
I love Zeppelin.
I would love them too. Yeah.
Ramones were boy. Okay. Yeah, we saw that.
Okay.
Who you like does not necessarily make a great artist. Yeah, true. Absolutely. Yeah. Greta Van Fleet should be charged with felonies. Ha ha ha. Yeah.
Greta Van Fleet should be charged with felonies.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah, they're rip-off artists.
No. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, let's go into this.
Looks like he's Frodo from Middle.
You look like
Earth.
Frodo.
He looks like Frodo.
You look like damn
he wears
Frodo.
a little vest.
We call him Frodo, guys.
I'm Frodo.
We call him Frodo.
I'm gonna sing like Led Zeppelin.
Frodo.
I do it in the higher voice.
Okay, let's go back to this. Hang on. Let's go back to this. Okay. All I gotta say is 3 words. Stevie Ray Vaughan.
What does that have to do with
how come everybody loved him and he wasn't Zeppelin ripoff? I mean, Hendrix ripoff?
Hello.
Oh my god, dude. The same hat, the same, shit. It's like, come on, bro. Seriously? Look, and I'm not knocking him for it, but I'm just saying, give me the fucking comparison. It's the same shit. But you fucking love Stevie Ray Vaughan. Everybody loves Stevie Ray Vaughan. I love Stevie Ray Vaughan. But fucking give me a break. It's the same shit.
But he was better than Greta Van Fleet. Stevie Ray Vaughan was the real.
So then you're going back to him saying
Greta Van Fleet, I don't think they're that talented.
Opic was better than the Beatles. I'm just saying, man, that you can't compare one and not apply the same. I just say you got to apply the same standards to that. So, dude with the felony, right? I mean, what about? Do you think Stevie Ray Vaughan should have a felony? Come on, give it to me. What do you think?
Stevie Ray Vaughan's dead, man. Don't talk about Stevie.
Oh, come on, man. It's Stevie.
That's Stevie.
Don't talk about that,
Stevie.
Stevie can get no felony now.
No.
He's like, on. Okay. But seriously, I'm just saying, you got to hand it to the kids because they do throw down. And I get what you're saying, but they give them way too hard of a knock.
Weak. They're weak.
They're not weak.
I don't know. Just like the Grateful Dead is weak now.
I like when he sings and he's on like a radio thing. He does this weird finger thing. He's a little weird. That's why I like the Greta Van Fleet thing. He's just fun to watch. Yeah, he does this weird shit. You're like, dude, you're bizarre. And to me, that makes a good artist. No. You got to be bizarre.
He's trying too hard.
I think he's sweet. I like it. I like it. We can agree to disagree.
Okay, we can.
We can agree to disagree.
We can agree to
Go
disagree.
back to what we were talking about
Speaking
earlier.
of YouTube reviewers, PJ looks like Randy, the cheap audio man. He kind of does.
Who's Randy the cheap
You want
audio
to see a cheap
Yeah,
audio man?
yeah,
But he
yeah.
needs some glasses.
Need some glasses.
Some glasses.
Some glasses over here.
Some shoes and glasses.
Yeah.
I got all my shoes.
But
and
seriously, I
glasses.
want someone to answer on that thing. If you could respond on the what I just the thing I made the comparison between Stevie Ray Vaughan, Hendrix, and Greta Van
Okay.
Fleet.
Okay. So for everybody, for the people that can't stand Greta Van Fleet because they think they're ripoff artists of Zeppelin, is Stevie Ray Vaughan the equivalent to Jimi Hendrix? That's a good point.
Thank you.
But somehow it doesn't translate for me.
I know why. I don't know why.
Because I think Stevie Ray Vaughan is a better artist than those guys, than Greta Van Fleet. This is cheap audio, man.
Oh, Lord. Thanks, bro.
You need a goofy ass look.
Yeah, I need
you need
some
to
shit.
look like somebody knocked you over the head with.
Don't waste your money. Stop wasting
somebody
money
knocked
for
you over the
reasons.
head with the dildo stick.
Yeah, no shit. He got backhanded hardcore with a big old thwacker dildo.
Okay.
Thwack.
Okay.
Okay. So, anyways,
cheap audio man should be charged with felonies. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So I'm waiting to hear what this.
Pioneering does not make the greatest band. That's true. I mean, yeah, there's some crappy. Look at Diamanda Gallis. Its own category. Hendrix is a great guitar player, but he might be the greatest innovator. All subjective. Yeah.
Yes. See, I like this guy. He said all subjective though, and he started to say pioneering does not make the greatest. We like this guy, Charlie. Let's back to Chuck Harrison. I mean, Harrison was one of the.
I know, Charlie. I talked to him a lot.
Charlie, good old Charlie.
Good Charlie over there.
Me and Charlie, we went back years over here. Charlie, don't fuck
Hey,
with Charlie.
Do it for
Right?
Johnny, all right?
Do it for Johnny.
Oh no, do it for Charlie.
Do it for the Charlies.
Do it for Charlie.
The Charlie.
Do it for fucking
We're gonna do it for
Charlie
you,
over
Charlie. Do it for you, Charlie. All right, Charlie, right over here.
Oh man.
Okay, I want to hear what they have to say. But Drago, Drago, that's kind of a cool name.
Drago.
Drago.
His name is Dan.
Oh yeah, Drago.
Daniel.
Really?
Yep. Victor.
He goes by
Victor
but
Ennis,
Draco.
The Ramones
I like a
were
Draco.
manufactured by their manager. Who do you think put them in their leathers? I grew up where they did in Queens. They had nothing to be angsty about. It worked. Yeah, man. That was a good package. Whoever put together that package was a smart guy.
Huh.
DJ, what's the best audio interconnect? A Star Quad design or one of Veristar audio?
I mean, come on. Veristar, clearly. We got Mikey here. I'm on his show. It's Veristar, hands down. It is some pretty innovative stuff. And let me say something about that, if I may.
Please.
I've actually done recordings where I actually plugged in one of his cables, the flat foil power cable. And I could see definitely, I did it into Pro Tools, and I could see a much beefier, much more robust audio signal, like the wave. I mean, just by using the power cord. I couldn't believe it.
We did that at Collins. We did that at Collins mastering studio. I was at a mastering studio, and we put in the power cord, and we, you know how Pro Tools, you can save the waveform from the original, and then you can put the new waveform and lay it on top. And you can see the line difference, and we saw a difference. You can visually see a sonic difference.
So the first half of what I was saying was kind of like I was just kind of messing with you, just because it's the thing. But the second half definitely plugged that in and saw a major difference. And I haven't noticed that with any other cables before. I mean, I've noticed a difference, but that was substantial for a power cable. So hats off, Mikey. Kudos over here. Totally, I wonder what the cheap audio guy would say about that. Do you know the guy? You ever talked to him?
I've seen him at a show, and I said,
you're like, yo, and he's like, yo, and you're like, yo, and he's like, yo.
What are you doing here?
What are you fucking doing?
What are you doing here, cheap audio, man? What are you doing at the HiFi show?
Yeah, I tell you. You're in the cheap audio.
Go to Target. Go to Best Buy.
Go to Target. Go to Targetto.
Yeah, go to China.
Oh, well.
Okay, does your brother use equalizers?
Do I use equalizers? Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Of course.
Have to. Yeah. Production. Yeah. It's a necessary thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
So what I would do too, just to explain that, is you would take the different shots. So you'd get all sorts of different shots from the, we would have an assistant that would hand us kind of like the dailies. So it was like all these different takes. And they could be different times, different recordings, different areas, different rooms.
He's talking about video.
And so we would have to, with the audio for the video that was connected to that, we would have to make it all sound the same. So for that reason, you definitely had to go through there, get creative, and try and make it sound like one take when it was actually a ton of takes.
Okay.
So that was the look. He's like,
arm wrestling match. He would win.
Yeah.
He's stronger than I am.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I am the guy who rented the train for.
right.
You are okay, Victor.
Yeah,
it is you.
yeah,
okay,
nice,
cool.
nice. Unstoppable.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, sweet. See, and that's why I kind of quit it. I wanted to go to work for Skywalker Ranch. That would have been sweet, but I didn't want to move to San Francisco. And when I read the Glassdoor reviews, I know that's whatever, but it didn't get a lot of good reviews for working there. And that can be a nightmare when you're working in a place which you love. It's like the golden handcuffs, but you're like, this sucks. You're working for generally a post supervisor who doesn't know what they're doing. They got the job because they know someone and they're trying to tell you how to do your job and they don't know what's going on. And it's just painful because no one knows how to do your job, only you, and they expect you to do stuff that this can't be done a lot of times. So, so hats off to you, man, for working that cool stuff like that. That's awesome.
ASR in the pocket of fill in the blank. Yeah, exactly.
So that was like ASR in the pocket of fill in the blank. Okay. Yeah. I don't know.
I hope you guys get together for another session soon. This was fun to watch. All right. Thanks for watching, man. Dude. We're going to have to wrap this up soon. We got an hour 44, man. We've really been going.
Nice.
I know. I met the art dealer.
We still got the same amount of people.
I met the art dealer who sadly bought some art from Mark Chapman that helped fund his fateful trip to New York. It messed him up for a long time and had to get therapy. He teared up telling me about it.
What?
Who's Mark Chapman?
Aren't you actually bought some? Well, that sounds like some serious,
art dealer who bought some art from Mark Chapman.
Oh no!
What is that guy like a
Chappie?
What do you call that? No, a forger or something?
I don't know.
That helped fund his fateful trip. Who's Mark Chapman?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Crazy over here. All right.
Stein, real audiophile.
Think you are.
With that kind of knowledge, I think you are a queen. Not that you grew up in Queens. Oh, come on.
What are you talking about? What do you talk about over there?
I'm just reading this shit.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Do you guys listen to CDs?
Wow.
CDs nuts?
CDs nuts?
Yeah,
you into fitness?
That's what Johnson. No, I don't listen to CDs. Yeah.
You listen to CDs. So, well, so that's a serious question, right? That's a serious question, right?
It's a serious question, and the answer is no.
Yeah, no, I don't listen to CDs. Mikey doesn't listen to CDs. No,
that's the answer.
Yeah.
No more. Victor Ennis, stick to.
Well, tell him what you listen to.
Playing with your trains.
Tell him what you listen to. Yeah. What do you listen to, Mikey? And when did you stop listening to CDs? For real, I mean, that was a legitimate question.
Why? Because streaming sounded better. At one point, I had a CD player that was also a DAC, and we could plug in a laptop. Somebody played a file off a laptop into my DAC, into my CD player. We listened to the CD in that CD player, and it was a high-end, top-loading CD player, and it sounded better coming from the laptop. And I was like, oh, man, thanks, bro. You just ruined that. Like, now I got to rip all my CDs, and I had to convert. He converted me with one thing.
So you make files and you put them on like a server, and then you listen from your like a computer, basically.
Yeah,
like a server. Well, tell the brother the way he wants to know.
That's what happened. I just got converted into a server.
Okay, he got converted.
Can't feel his face.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he caught that one.
Yeah.
Where does he say it? Which one? Yeah. Nicky baby. He caught that.
Yeah.
That was kind of a.
Does your brother have a stereo system? If so, what does it consist of? No, he doesn't have a stereo system. I set him up with one at one point.
Yeah.
And then I traded you. Then I traded it back for a SOCOM 16 308.
Yeah, dude. So, but I was thinking
zombie rifle.
Dude, yeah, totally. Yeah. SOCOM 16 Springfield.
That thing's sweet.
Yeah, 308. That thing's nice.
Fucking flame comes out the tip of the barrel like this long.
It's pretty sweet. I'm into guns. And motorcycles and pit bulls and burning things and blowing things up and knives and climbing trees and rock climbing and all that kind of crazy stuff. But let's talk about this. Because I've been thinking about that lately. I want to get a sweet system. But I know, see, that's deadly. Talking to Mikey, I want a sweet system.
It's gonna cost
you. No shit, totally. Oh my God. I'm like, sweet system? He's like, haha.
I just SOCOM back.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
For a sweet system? That'd be sweet. But no, I would love to get a I want to get a turntable. Sorry.
Do it. I got connections.
You can do it. Do you know where to find them?
Do I know where to find them? Yeah.
What about should I get a Macintosh amp or a Gelita? Neither. What kind of amp should I get?
Well,
I want some pretty tubes on there, but I want the tubes to actually be working, not look cool on top.
What do you mean?
Like some of them just have the tubes are just none of that. That aren't really the actual like a powering anything, right? I mean, what was the one you had? One that had some big ass tube, but it wasn't part of it, or it wasn't reel or something.
Oh yeah, that's the AGDs, and that's a Class D. It's got an amp inside the tube, but it's not a vacuum tube.
Yeah, I want vacuum tubes.
Okay.
What should I get?
I don't know, how
What would you recommend?
How much money do you have?
How much do you recommend I need to be able to make it sound good, but not like overly insane?
At least $10,000.
10G.
Yeah.
What do I look like? What, cartel or something?
Totally.
Oh, I guess I do.
He does look like a cartel. Does this guy look like fucking cartel? Dude. Yeah, he looks like Mexican cartel.
10G.
Yeah. At least.
Wow. I knew a girl who spent $10,000 on her cat, fixing it with a thing, and I told her she should change the name of the cat to 10G. That was pretty funny.
10G?
10G. It was a good, cute name. Come here, 10G.
Japanese cat.
Yeah.
10G.
What do you say?
10G.
I love you very much. Pass the sugar. Sounds like they want to cut your neck off. Anyways.
Does my brother have a stereo? No, he doesn't have a stereo system. I got him one at one point, and with Magnapans, and I hooked him up, and then he just wasn't listening to it. And then at one point he wanted to get rid of it, so I bought it back.
Well, the other thing was too, I was cranking it. Like I like to crank it, and Mikey is like always been like kind of more moderate level guy, where it's like, you know, which makes sense. And I kind of matured into that, so I could see what he was talking about, because it does sound great when you're listening in a system. You're feeling the air push. It doesn't have to be loud. It's the surface area. You got a lot of surface area in there. That sounded funny, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah. So, but I would like to get something now that's okay. Cool. Get you the 10 grand together, and I'll come talk to you.
Yeah, I can show you how to do it cheaper.
And these guys are like 10.
Victor, what band? What band? Orange County. So that in the early 80s. So that was the start of SoCal, the scene, bro. You were in the scene. Were you in any bands that we know? I've got some killer artwork, killer photographs from the punk era in the early 80s. But I'd love to hear who
you're inside of his colon.
What bands you played with. Anybody that we know?
Right, yeah.
That would be cool.
Huh. Orange County. Let's see.
Maiden live and pink waving. KK Pink Factor. Maiden.
Yeah, what? Nice.
Iron Maiden.
Maiden. Sorry. Yeah, Maiden. Maiden was sweet.
I love Eric Burden, man.
I love Maiden.
Shit.
I love Maiden. I love Maiden.
Animals.
I went and saw them live a couple times. That was pretty sweet. I may have been on something that may have altered my perception, but he had this eagle feather thing on, was singing Flight of Icarus. Oh my God, it was outdoors. His hair was flowing. I was just like, whoa.
Yeah, the fans. Well, now I got the fans like blowing up, so their hair goes back.
No. This was they were out. We were out. It was the Iowa Jam, actually. Yeah. It's a huge concert. And I remember seeing Maiden come out. Oh my God, it was so cool. So sweet. So yeah, nice. Awesome.
My doc had a patient who was a stewardess serving the Beatles on their flight to the U.S. said it was fun, and another patient that wrote Lennon asking for an autograph got a long handwritten reply. Wow, that's really cool, man.
Nice.
What are the odds of that happening?
Wow.
What's your favorite slang for weed? You don't even need one anymore.
Yeah, weed.
It's
weed.
Legal.
Weed.
Yeah.
Doge.
Weed.
Herb.
Ganj.
Food. You got the food, man.
I never called it that.
I called it the back foot. Back when we had to do like, code words,
Ganj.
Ganj. Herb.
Back in the day.
Shiba. I got a bag of Shiba in my locker.
No, I never called it
TNT Rocka. I don't drink vodka. I keep a bag of Shiba in my locker.
Shiba.
Is that heroin or something else?
There's, Shiba. I don't know.
Shiba.
I don't really have slang names
herb,
for drugs
weed
anymore.
Huh. Yeah, I had a funny story about that. I went to Vegas.
I had a smoking section in high school, all the good old days. Yeah.
And I went and got some gummies. We
had the Rock, where you'd go out to the
Rock. I took 3
Rock.
strong ones. I didn't know. Oh, my God. Bad decision.
You two look like different parents. You do not look that much alike.
Really?
Maybe I have to grow out some fucking hair or something. Well, I mean, I got the hair there, but, if my hair was...
We're looking up there. We got to look there.
We got to look there.
Look there. Hi, guys.
We don't seem like we're alike.
Always seem like we're right over here. I don't know. Some people, when we were little, thought we were twins.
People think when people meet.
I walk in, they go, dude, Mikey, what happened to you?
They go, oh my God, I can totally see the resemblance.
Yeah.
So we have the same parent.
Yeah. Slang for weed. Weed.
Same doc has Beatles memorabilia. Oh yeah, cool. Send a pic to a drummer friend.
Greta Van Fleet might be good musicians, but their music is unoriginal. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Yeah.
There you go. That's how I feel.
There you go. And Henry and so was Stevie Ray Vaughan's music was unoriginal.
That's right. But Stevie Ray Vaughan was way better than Greta Van Fleet. Totally. Greta Van Fleet is gay, dude. No disrespect. I don't mean.
Look, I'm just saying power to the kids there. Go kids. I
Okay.
think they're doing a great job. They're living the life. They're having a fun time, and they're throwing down. That kid can sing.
Talking Heads.
He can
totally.
sing. The kid can sing.
Okay.
I met
We're
that
happy.
David Byrne.
We're happy for him.
Yeah, happy for you.
David Byrne. Yeah, Talking Heads.
I met that guy. He was cool.
I liked.
I met David Lee Roth. He was a prick.
Early albums. Put it on the paper.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That album was really cool.
Yeah.
What's that black album with the
Yeah.
diamond plate on it?
Okay, I've always thought I didn't want to like Stevie Ray
Vaughan.
Vaughan because you did emulate Hendrix, but damn, some of his recordings are simply amazing. Yes, that's true. Okay, so you guys are having a good point there. Stevie Ray Vaughan was pretty amazing, and I wouldn't say. I mean, I don't say Greta Van Fleet's like amazing. They're good. They're good musicians, and that kid can sing. He can hit the shit, but it's not like. I mean, Stevie Ray Vaughan, whatever. He looks, I just like looking at him because he looks weird.
He does look weird. He
I
looks
like
like
it.
he's from Middle Earth, dude.
I like that shit.
He's Frodo from Middle Earth.
You're Frodo from Middle Earth.
Dude.
Dude, my shut up.
Yeah.
No, seriously. I think that yes, okay, that's a good point. Stevie Ray Vaughan did make some good stuff. Okay, so there's
Chapman
a good
is the guy who
point.
killed Lennon. Okay, yeah.
Ah,
I never knew that guy. I never knew that. I would, so somehow I guess that's how that's how he got famous.
Yep.
Wow, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the guy funded that trip. I got you. I see what you're talking about.
Is Rune worth it, Michael?
He should have been able to sell the art afterwards and probably get a lot of money if he's the guy that killed Lennon. If he bought some art from the guy.
Is Rune worth it?
Is Rune worth it? Yeah, totally. I use it every day.
Totes my goats.
I don't like the company,
Good stuff.
But I do use it. CD Music, I like it. Good.
The Marshall.
What rig does PJ have at home? None.
Yeah, you got it. So seriously, here's what my rig is: iPhone, iTunes, through
Audio engine speakers.
Yep. Yep. Just
Should I
Bluetooth.
keep my speaker cables off the floor?
It's pathetic, but hey.
If you want to, bro, it's just like that. When you're starting to get into that realm, you're already there. You don't worry about that shit until you have your rigs sorted. I mean, my cables are all over the floor. They're all laying on each other. I just separate the speaker cables and the interconnects from the power cords.
I thought they were on like a little thing that kept them off the ground and all that shit.
Not all the time.
Huh.
No.
What in the hell?
SOCOM 16308.
308.
You know it,
bang, brother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. AR-10.
Okay, so
never mind the AR-15. That's for.
You know why I bought a SOCOM 16?
AR-10.
Because I didn't know anything about rifles. Yeah. And when I went to the store, someone asked to see it, and the guy pulled it up from behind him and put it across the counter to hand it to someone. And I watched everybody on the counter go like this and look down there and go, it was like, like it was new at the time, right? And it was like there was like a light shining from heaven down onto that rifle. Everybody was like looking at it like it was Jesus. And I was like, okay,
it's like
that's the one I want.
Totally.
I don't know shit about rifles, but I want that one.
That's a cool one.
So I bought it, and then I went out and shot it, and I'm like, oh my god, dude.
That's the one I carry around the property when I don't want to look scary.
This is like it's violent, man. It's intense. It's like, holy shit. I just wanted to go play bang bang and like shoot some shit. That was definitely the one because I remember shooting the M16, the AR-15. It's like a fucking cap gun. Pap. It's like nothing. It doesn't feel like a soldier weapon. Then I tried an AK. And I'm like, this feels like a soldier gun. Like pop. Like it just had more of a kick to it. Then I was like, so shit, I'll go for 308. And then I overdid it. I got that short barrel 308, and it was, I was like, okay, this is,
I'm all for overdoing it.
Crossed the line.
I don't cross that line now.
This shit violence.
Shit. You gonna get up.
It was intense, man. It wasn't fun. It wasn't.
It's fun. I think it's fun. When you could go wabam.
I suppose.
I like overdoing it, kind of, a little bit, here and there.
You guys.
Don't you?
You guys.
Well, damn.
Soundgarden. Yeah, Soundgarden was pretty killer, man. I love Soundgarden and Stone Temple Pilots.
Okay. Gleam.
Well, damn, if I was Mikey Brothers, I'm 99% sure I would have a kick-ass rig. He's just not that into it, bro. He's just not that into it. He's just not that into it. It's just either you're into it or not. It's no big deal. Dank, yeah. Florida man calls it the dank.
I mean,
So
look,
he's
let
younger.
me just
If
say,
he calls
the
it dank.
dank,
I know what
that's
age
dank.
you are.
But let me go back to the Gleam here, because here's the thing about it. So, like, I have the hardest time in the world, like handing over like $500 for a closing, like a washing machine. You know what I mean? But I'll happily hand over $3,000 or $4,000 for some good glass. Like a US Optics or something. So it's the same thing. Like, I'm going, dude, how much for the dang thing? And yeah, there's a difference. And he could hear all the differences of every little ass thing. I just want to hear the music come across nice and clear and not come apart, and call me weird. Like, one of the best rigs I had an Escalade that had a Bose system, and you could bang that
going into the next thing.
Yeah, but seriously, that sounded great to me. I mean, the Bose system, you could go really loud with Dr. Dre. Wouldn't fart on you.
Are you guys into mobile audio, which is what he's asking next?
Yeah, dude.
That's how I started. I started in mobile audio. I still have PPI. I got an amp up here right now. I'm looking at a Butler Tube Driver Blue, brand new in the box.
Dying.
I've got PPI Art Series out in my car, and the JL Audio W0s, which were my favorite subs because they were paper. Before everybody was going for SPL bullshit, everything became plastic and able to handle 1,000, 1,500, 3,000 watts. I was this SQ guy for mobile audio, and it's mobile audio is fun because you can compress, you can really pressurize the cabin in a car, but it's the most horrible place for hi-fi. I mean, it's all you can do is make it loud and clear. You can't make it image. You can sort of get it's not about that. It's a different thing. So mobile is just, and it's more so for just, man, I don't listen to music in my car. I don't give a shit about music in my car. Like, I listen to it just for background.
See, that's where I like it. I like
when
it.
I know most people that aren't into hi-fi like audio in their car.
Oh,
that's where they listen.
That was
to
like a backhanded slap, kind of.
Not at all.
Most
Tommy totally loves audio in the car. That's when he listens to it.
He's not into hi-fi?
No.
Huh.
He has zero hi-fi in his house.
Really?
Totally.
Or he's got like a B&O or something? He used to be into it.
No. He used to be into it. He's the guy
so
that
is B&O like
it.
is it
B&O is lifestyle shit.
Okay.
It's nobody in which is an interesting conversation, is it's good shit, but nobody accepts it in hi-fi.
Huh.
Bang & Olufsen, not accepted. No.
Hats off to Free Radical. Yep, Soundgarden.
Rival Sons of Blackberry Smoke are the real deal. Yeah, man. Somebody told me about Blackberry Smoke.
Chris Cornell.
And I want to go.
Solo stuff.
They're pretty.
Right
They
good old Sky Win. Sky Win. Good guy.
Rig in your car. Yeah, I don't. I don't do rigs in my car anymore.
Should you get guys like this Sky Win every often? I mean,
what?
You guys suck over there. Sky Win up to the very top one.
Oh, how do you know that says suck?
Well, I mean, it starts with us. I mean, what do you think it says? You guys are great.
It says $ampersand at. You guys, that's what I see. You guys are worth some fucking money.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. We're worth some money. You're right.
Okay.
Totally.
Rival Sons Blackberry Smokes, rig in your car.
Rig in your car. He just said,
SRV was something special.
So what are you gonna do with that rig?
What rig?
The one up there, the blue, whatever. The tubes.
It's not a rig. That's an amplifier.
For your car.
That's right.
What are you gonna do with it?
When I decide to do another car audio system.
I'm a guy who's not.
They don't make car audio stuff like that anymore.
Oh, dang. Okay.
His hands were
Stone
huge.
Temple Pilots. Yeah, there you go.
Yes, SRV was something special. His hands were huge. It's nice that you notice that.
Nice.
And he played with a deft touch. That's well put.
Wow.
Got to get an AR-50. I'm not into ARs, man. I've shot with a 50 was called. The 50 cal was a Garrett, not a Garrett. Barrett. Yeah, Barrett. I shot a Barrett.
I got a video, but
that thing was nuts. Yeah, that was crazy.
It wasn't as bad. I thought it was going to be hateful.
Around.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It's like more like no. Now they're probably
like
8.
We were on sandbags. It was it was not that big of a deal.
It wasn't because their gun's
cool.
such a heavy gun. Yeah.
That shit really rang.
That shit was mad.
That shit rang the bell.
That shit was not rock your world.
Down the range, that shit said tank.
That gonna rock your world. That fit a BNG.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Totally split tank.
Yeah.
Tank.
Excuse me, Alice in Chains has to be mentioned. Yes.
Totally. Oh yes.
Alice in Chains
for sure. Those are one of the guys. Okay, now so they were like the good version of Nickelback. Nickelback was one of those. It's like every single song. It's like, okay, guys, that's enough. Every single song was like a top 10. But I didn't really like it because it was too commercial.
Okay, guys, it's 2 hours, man. We gotta stop, bro.
But
I'm tired.
Alice in Chains, for sure.
I need a
All right.
snack.
Yeah, you need a snack? I need me a snack. This
I
is
need me a
too.
snack.
Get some snacks. Well, dudes, awesome being on your show,
Yes,
Mikey. We
yes.
really appreciate it,
Thanks,
man.
brother.
Great meeting you guys out there. Hopefully, we'll be back on it sometime soon.
Yep, we're gonna call it quits, man. It's
Hey, we're
2
gonna plug my
hours.
we're
You
gonna
guys
plug
got
my company.
another double.
We're gonna plug my company.
You plug PJ's
Plug my
company.
company is Bull Bag. It
Plug
stands for
PJ's.
Ballistic Utility Lightweight Bag. BULBAG.com. And I sell and now design really cool American-made, very compliant concealed carry bags with 3A armor in the back if you want. So check it out if you like.
What's the name? What's the website again?
BULBAG.com. Bullbag.com.
Bull Bag.
Yep, stands for Ballistic Utility Lightweight
It's cool
Bag.
shit. I have one Bull
Oh, yeah.
Bag, man. They're really cool.
We'll show it to
I
him.
dig it.
Right here.
Oh, you're gonna go get one? Okay,
Right
he's
here.
gonna go. Yeah,
Right here.
that's the one. That's mine.
Yeah, that's right.
So
That's
show
one.
him. Show him how it works.
That's what it is. That's what it
That's what
does.
PJ makes.
Yep, check out this cool clasp. Look at this cool system. Locks in place like that. Boing, boing, locks. Super sweet. 1,000 denier Cordura. Totally killer. All your spotting here for your gun, all your stuff, all your little audio stuff. You can put some snacks up in there. Put some ganj in there.
Put snacks in there. You can put some ganj. You can
Put
put
some
some
ganj.
some dank.
Put some dank up in there. Yeah, put your some CDs in there. Anyways, great being on your show, Mikey. Appreciate it, brother.
Thanks,
all right, man.
man.
Hopefully we'll see you guys again soon.
Everybody saying goodbye.
All right.
Thanks, boys.
Adieu.
Thanks, Mikey and PJ.
Adieu.
Have a good night.
You and you.
Cheers.
Later, guys. Talk to you soon. Till the next time.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Fry calf. He gets one. Talk to me, man. You guys are gonna have to holler at me if you think you had the best question. But
yeah. Oh,
we'll see you guys next week. See you guys next week.
All right. Later.
See ya.
All right. Yeah. Who had the best question?